Getting myself set up over here. Making sure we've got everything we need to have a productive live stream. Arizona is required. You heard that? That's bliss. Okay. I'm just going to settle in, so bear with me here. And then I'll give you the synopsis of what we're doing today. We're not going to stream too long. This is going to be a short stream, maximum like 3 hours, but probably closer to 2. I do have work tomorrow, so there's only so much I can do today. I don't even know that we're going to do much today besides a lot of thinking and planning. But I want to show you guys kind of where we are with the subway system as well. No one's here yet, so this is mostly for the VOD viewers, I guess, but give me about a minute or two. And then I'll take you through the train stations and talk about what's going on. I'm going to move away from this spot for now. This will be a thinking stream. Maybe tunneling. We'll see if we have time. Hopefully. But I'll walk you guys through everything. Let me just situate myself. Been having mic issues again. I think I know the problem. The last stream, somebody said my audio was too low. So I increased the volume in my OBS, but that has now caused echoing. So I've lowered it again. I hope it's good for everyone. But I guess I'll see when I look at the recording later, if I record this. Okay, let's sit ourselves over here. Not over here, I lied. Let's sit ourselves on the other side. And we'll get started in a second. Okay. Okay. Got a bunch of videos queued up right now for the next couple of weeks. I think my Withered Wastelands tour is tomorrow? Question mark? Yes, I scheduled it for tomorrow. Thursday, you guys are going to see the first island tour. My audio is like ultra scuffed. My audio, the person who's doing the tour, their audio is pretty good, so at least you'll have that. I'm also going to be doing a big channel update in that island tour video. That'll give you guys a lot more clarity on some stuff I've got kind of in the funnel here. We're trying to take it a little seriously, just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to start yapping before people trickle in, so those of you that are watching the VODs, you guys will be able to see what you see, and then anyone else jumping in, you'll be doing whatever it is I'm doing when you get in here. So let's talk. I am going to do a whole video about the subway systems, 2 of them actually. I already recorded and edited and scheduled one of them. But that one's just looking at like the landmarks themselves. I've since like carved out some infrastructure now, and that's what I'm going to show you guys and hopefully get to tunneling today. Maybe, fingers crossed. But what I want to do at the start here, because I love you VOD viewers so much, is show you around a little bit, give you some sneak peeks. So, we'll talk about this station first. I'll have a video that explains things better, so I don't want to get too technical about the stations, the stations themselves. I'll just kind of talk about some of the stuff I did in this area immediately. I needed some paths, so I did clean up the very first kind of paths over here in this area. So we can now say I've started restoring some of the Skylands, funny enough. But this entire area is really just kind of meant to funnel you into this building, which has an elevator. This building is quite literally just empty right now. There's like nothing going on inside of it, really. But its whole purpose is really this lower floor. Which is where we're going to be building one of our train stations. I'd like to possibly try this one today because it is going to be a little ambitious comparatively to the others. So this area connects you to the building above that we saw. Through a staircase over here connects you to the Leaf Den prefab community area, which is pretty cool. And at the very back there, that actually connects you to where Sabrina's gym is over there. So this space is pretty sweet. It comes in the Skylands by default. We're going to turn it into a train station. what I'm thinking of doing here is, you know, I know that the Golden Gate Bridge is closer to the wall here. So chances are our train system will come in from there into this area. I'm aiming at building them all like 12 by 9, roughly, you know, not counting on how the tracks come outside of them. So we should have more than enough space to build a train station in this area with extra room kind of over there. So I'd like this one to maybe have a little bit of a shop or something down here, some like communal areas. There's not much else I can tell you about this one. I do know now that instead of trying to build the stations completely, I'm actually going to push the tunnels and train tracks first. Because of how much like hollowed out area I have, I don't want to like build it and then struggle to maintain it. I'd rather just push the tracks through and then try to build around what makes sense. With a little bit of forcing, but this station's not going to be too bad. It's the hardest part about this one is just trying to figure out what I want to do with the interior. But again, there's no point in stressing about that until I know where the tracks come from. But the idea with this one, I think we've talked about this on stream already, is I should be able to get the tracks to come underground all this area, kind of under us right here. And then while it's underground, push out that way still. We have a lot of architecture we've built through our manual terraforming, so like keeping it underground shouldn't really be a problem, right? That's a non-hollowed out area that will continue to persist. So, you know, imagine the train comes from the bridge to get into this area, it continues underground and goes out this way. You'll see, you know, I have a little bridge extension from the stairs I made. It's not really ready right now, but I am going to hollow out both sides, of course. And so the train will travel down this way to get into here and come out of here, probably on the right side. There's enough space for 2 train tracks. I like to run 2 train tracks side by side each other, just so I have one designated for myself, and then the Pokemon can use the other. But it will push up that way to get into the area I'll show you in a second. And eventually it'll come back down through the same kind of tunnel I built to get up. Come back through this side and push back into the tunnel we already have to excavate for the stop over there, and then push on to the rest of the network. So this will kind of funnel trains twice, which is going to be awesome. When I say it goes up, I've left it hollowed out for now just so I can get access into it. But I've already carved out this like weird area under the stairs. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with this one. I think the train tracks are going to come out of here in some way and then end up doing something in here so that you can actually have like a station or stop. I really don't know. I know it'll work, but I don't know how the tracks are going to look. That's the part I'm kind of gray on right now. If you're wondering how we get back up, this actually takes you straight to Silphco. Very nice. That'll take you to the lobby. And then you have this whole like staircase I've already carved out a long time ago. That connects you to the dojo side, which will have its own stop. And also this is that like second floating city with the Dragonite little home up top. So this area is pretty accessible and does get you around to a couple other places in our inner map. But this train station is going to be a little ambitious. Just given, you know, the double track system and everything, it's going to be a little nutty. I'm thinking we probably start from this one. Actually, we might have to start from the Golden Gate Bridge side to see how the tracks kind of come into this area. And then we can kind of work on the Silphco part in and out. Once we leave Silphco, we're going to start to see some things that I did off stream now. We need to eat some food. We need to eat some food, guys. You must feed yourself as a Pokemon. You must. Anyways. So you'll start to see some stuff I actually did off stream now. I think you guys saw me on the last stream. You did see me make the exteriors for these. But I've now kind of carved an area out on the inside. So if we kind of come down this way, you'll see the full space of what I'm looking at. So this is ideally going to be one of the stations with, you know, imagine tracks pushing out that way and tracks pushing out that way, probably, you know, closer to this side so we can, probably like 5 of the tiles over here will be for the train system and the rest will be like a sitting area. This is a space of 12 by 9. And this is kind of the goal for all of the train stations. I'd like them to all kind of share this kind of dimension that you sit in and wait. So this is probably the one that's most done so far. But the focus, again, is to push the tracks through before we worry about finishing these. This one I've done a couple other things for. I have 2 pockets on both sides. This one, first of all, I will build a door right here that gets you straight into the other side, just like I'll do the same on that side. It's impossible for you guys to tell, but if you were to push out this way or this way, you'd actually end up in my storage / crafting station. So I think if I build this station intelligently, or I build a smart tunnel system in here, I can actually have this connect right to my crafting station, which is super cool. And this side, it's not going to connect to my crafting station, but I think if I do this creatively, I can actually connect to the Science Institute underground area, which would be really, really cool. We can build like a whole like underground little tunnel in this area, which will be pretty nice. So the next one I can show you guys is the beach side over here. This is going to have a very similar type of feel to the, I don't know what to call that with that station, but that one's it's going to have a really similar feel to it. Quite literally the same externals, right? I could have done this one in like 10 different ways, but I really wanted to keep this as a function of it. But technically I could have just pushed a wall right there. You'll see why. If you come down here, it doesn't have kind of as much complexity. You just kind of take a turn, another turn, and then you will walk upstairs when I finish them over here. This is going to lead you to that hollowed out area I have from all the terraforming I've done. And if you were to make a door right there, it would just take you straight out to the spot we were looking at a second ago. So I totally could have made this easier on me, but I really wanted to work in the whole like subway system aesthetic. This will become a 12x9 structure, but we're not going to build it until we know how the tracks actually look inside of here. And whenever we do that, we can finally like work on touching this area up, like at least adding a layer of 2 underneath up there, because that's quite literally the roads we have built on the top layer. We don't want to have access to them down here, really. So we'll have to close this up a bit. But there's no point in me trying to do that until I know where the tracks go, right? I have an idea that the tracks are either going to come from that way or that way. I'm not too sure yet. So we're going to have to play around when we build the tunnel. This area is cool too, though. I'll say quickly. Because there's also this kind of little entryway into it that does connect to the beach side still. But I also, a while ago, built a little quick access point to my storage system. So, you know, between this stop and the one in the center of this little town city I've made, you're going to have a lot of access to the crater and Silphco, which is, I think, really, really nice. Unexpected that they were going to have so much connectivity. I don't think there's really much to show you in the dojo side. We'll end there. It's not really exciting yet. The final of these kind of like external, you know, walk underground subway stops is this guy up here. I've also carved out an area for this. Just like the beach side has a whole like underground cove, so does this. This one's much bigger though. It kind of goes off in 2 different directions, 3 I think actually. You'll see the wireless transmitters that I had to hide to power the stage. So just like the other areas, we'll need to add like some better ceiling. This actually leads you right up to the restaurant, so that's kind of cool that it exists. I won't take you around all this area, but I would like to preserve as much of this as possible so that we can use it for like a really cool hidden underground cove build in this area. Another reason why the subway system is so important for the spot, because we can't do that until we know exactly how much space it takes. I think it's pretty clear to me that the tracks are going to push out that way from this area in some way. I don't quite know. Like, we have to avoid the edges because that is like, we just can't deal with that or we'll ruin the terraforming of the edges. So, you know, I'll have to kind of do something where it comes this way. But it will kind of push straight out, and that's going to get you into Celadon, which is where we're going to go now. I had a pretty creative idea for Celadon, just like I had a creative idea for that bridge for underneath Silphco. But for Celadon, you know, it is just so disconnected. So one thing I wanted to figure out a while ago is how to connect this area together between itself, really. And I noticed it had this road over here, which is what my thumbnail is based on. But I noticed it had this road that was super disconnected, so I took it a step further and connected it. I think I can connect this one to the lower level as well, and then this would just serve as like a walkway. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't have like the train tracks you see over here. It would just be a walkway to connect this level of the city, possibly to up there too. But if we want to focus on just the staircase for now, I think the train system is going to come out from this wall directly. If not, you know, possibly from the top there down to here. And the idea is there's two sides to this path. You know, you've got the residential walkway where I have the brick stairs you can walk up, and then a double train track that will let me funnel the train system through directly and kind of go into a tunnel I foresee right there or something. But I think this staircase idea is really gonna help a lot with the build. I think it's pretty much the only way I could have facilitated a train track here. I'm not going to do one of those underground stops, obviously. We're going to have like an outdoor train station stop around here, just like I have in my Rocky Ridges. So this one actually I don't think is going to be that big of a challenge, like I thought it would be initially. You'll see I still have the spots down where I thought the train tracks were going to go. I think it's clear that it has to be up here now, so I'll actually just go ahead and get rid of that. I'm trying to clean ashes from my Rocky Ridges. Brother, I know that struggle. I do not envy you. It took me 26 hours, and I did it all. It can be super worthwhile, but I know a lot of people that do it regret it. If I can give you any advice, just keep pressing on. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you're happy with the terraforming you've done, but you're going to go through a lot of periods where you're just like, should I have done this? Just keep going. That's my general philosophy. Just keep going. So that's how I'm thinking about connecting this area. The more I think about it, like, I feel like we just end up using that road as a train track system and then having the tracks come out from the middle. Not sure how that's going to work until we start tunneling. So that will be a variable in this whole equation. But, you know, imagine there's a cave right there. It will kind of go underground and feed into this area, which I've manually built, so it's relatively hollow. I know that, because, again, I built it. But, you know, this will kind of feed you down through more of this area. And this is the dojo area. Beneath the dojo area, it already comes built in. There's this, like, underground area. We're going to build one of those underground stops here, too. I just don't know what it really is going to look like beyond a rough idea, because this area is so exposed, but we'll definitely kind of put it in here. I don't know where the tracks come from directly, possibly just straight down there, and then we can seal all this up, right? There's not really anything stopping us. I'd love it if it could come from here. I'm just trying to be mindful of the elevator, right? So like maybe it's here, and then it pushes out back into here and goes up. Eventually to try to connect itself to another area I manually built through terraforming, where the bottom of this Golden Gate Bridge connects to. There's a whole hollowed out area there, so as long as I can get the tracks to come out in some kind of competent way, I can feed them through the bottom of the Golden Gate Bridge super easily. And that will finally get us back to where we started, right over there. And the whole underground stop that we have to build. I do think that one has to be one of the last ones we do. I don't really see how we incorporate it until we know how the Golden Gate Bridge tracks feed into it. So that'll be a fun little challenge. If I were to rate the most difficult one to do, that's an interesting question. I don't know that I could. They're all going to have a challenge to them. My Skylands, it's a little better. I concerned? My Mons in the Pokemon Center area? I'm guessing, I mean, you cornered your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center area, rebuilding the Tinkmaster Tower, made a little downtown area next to it. I'm happy. That sounds really nice. I haven't put down, like, a downtown area in my Skylands yet. I know exactly where it's going to go. It's going to go right here. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm treating it as the final reward for me doing all this craziness. It's gonna occupy this kind of pocket here. I've always planned for it to be here. and it might consume some of the back area too. I have all the kits I need to slap the houses together, but it's going to be my final reward for Skylands. I'm not going to do it until I finish this train system and a couple other things. Okay. So VOD viewers, you now have plenty of context. You even get pretty much a spoiler into one of my videos for next week, or 2 weeks from now. You've pretty much just got the whole spoiler for that. So we need to pick a place to start. That's the most important thing. We just got to start. And so I want to try to start at the one that makes the most sense. You know, it makes the most sense because it doesn't make the most sense the more I think about it, but we really might just want to deal with the dojo side. Because if I can funnel the dojo side up there, I know exactly where the tracks will come in here. I don't think this one leading to Silphco is going to be that difficult. The Silphco situation will be annoying to figure out, but not difficult to reroute a tunnel through. And then the rest should actually be really easy. So, okay, I guess that's where we start. We're going to need a couple things. We're going to get more of the simple square tiling. And then we're going to try to build something in the dojo area. That will be what we do. Actually, I'm realizing, before I can do the dojo, I need to know where the tracks funnel into the dojo. So we actually, unironically, have to start over there. Okay, let's try this. We're not going to worry about connecting the tracks at the bottom of it, but we're going to try to push the tracks over here into the dojo area. That's how we'll start. That will let us know where the tracks come out. Then we can build a station in the dojo area, and then we can push out from the dojo area there, and basically kind of fully go all the way around to get back here. And that will also help us finish the one part here I'm unsure of. I think what we should do first is actually slap down the outdoor train station up here. So I have to take you to Rocky Ridges so that I can get some pictures so that I know how to do this. All these Skyland grass blocks you found in Dream Islands? Yeah, pretty much. Well, so I did a huge terraforming to the Skylands themselves, and that helped a lot. But I've probably made 2 or 3 trips to Dream Islands. Like, really big trips, but 2 or 3 trips to Dream Islands. Actually, a 4th one, because I did a really small one today for Mysterious Stone Alone. But we pretty much don't need to do a lot more terraforming, just the undersides. I can't do that yet. I just realized there's a huge problem with my building idea for all of this that I have been overlooking. I wanted to be able to see the bottom of Skylands with some of these train tracks. So we're going to try to facilitate that too, as we go. I'm happy I remembered that, because I would have built a whole train system that is very uninspired from my original idea. That will make more sense soon. This is my Rocky Ridges area, by the way. If you need motivation to dig it all out, here you go. This is your motivation to dig it all out. Which is the reason we came here, though. Let me go check on paint first, and then we'll go get my inspo. If you get decent at it, like, you can farm Dream Islands for like a couple hours and get most of what you need, I find. Farming Dream Islands is like the least fun thing for me to do in this game. What else you guys got? Okay. Let's go back up there, and I need to take a couple pictures. We need a picture of the main area I'm going to take inspo from, which is over there. All the way over there. Oh, Sparkling Ripple. Okay. Have you been doing your thing? No, you haven't. Okay. Totally fine. I don't really need those. I'm not even going the right way. This is what we're getting inspo from. I'm going to basically recreate this one over in the Skylands where I was showing you. So let me just get a quick picture of this so that I can build it. What are we going to need? We're going to need some of the windows. I don't have any yet. We don't need the clock. The bell is a nice touch. We can get those wooden side blocks, wooden wall behind it, recycling bin, the benches. Okay. Let's head back to the Skylands now. We're just going to build this pretty one-to-one. I should have counted how long it is, but whatever. I don't think I need to count it. I think I can manage. Let's go craft all the stuff we need for it, and then just try to mark it down as best as possible. As best as possible. This time I have paint, unlike when I did the Rocky Ridge stuff, so this will be a lot more approachable, and I won't have to compromise as much on the aesthetic. We need to craft things, so let's put some paint away. Let's go get some paint, actually. Go get some paint, and then put some things away. I really have to think about how we're going to see the bottom of all the Skylands. That's going to be an interesting... I guess it doesn't have to be for every stop, but we do have to think about this a little bit. It'll be easier to think about it as we go, I feel, though. What do we have for paint? We've got... Let's grab a yellow and a pink, and a black. How many of the blue do we have? We can grab 25 of the blue as well. And we can come over here and get some other paints. We can grab one of each. One of each. Okay. Now we need to craft, but before that, I'll just pick up some iron ore since we're already over here. Right over here. How much? That's a good amount. Like 12? 13, okay. Okay. Head to the storage area. And drop. Okay. And in my pallet town, I built a version of the villages of the very famous TV series in Mexico and Brazil, El Chavo del Ocho. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. If not, I deeply apologize because I am very uncultured, and that is something I wish I could work on. But I fear I am the way I am, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly, though. We're going to grab like 300 of these for now. Okay, I'm looking at the picture so I know what else we need to buy. We need to buy 2 of the signposts. We'll get 2 of these. I feel like I'm going to try to sneak at least one of these in. I'll get 2 just in case. We need industrial benches. I think I've got a couple of those already somewhere in here. So let's just do a little big checksy. Oh, checksy checks. Yeah, I have 2. 1, 2. I got a lot of stuff in here. I really got to go through this. One day I'd like to try to build with just things I have amassed. If not, they go to the eat station, but another story for another time. I know I need those 2 seats. Do I have a vending machine on hand? I do. Nice. Okay. I can grab a vending machine. The wooden partitions, I don't think I've crafted any of those since I've came to the Skylands. I have not. I will need a couple of these, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wooden blocks. Oh, let me get the partitions first. Let's make sure we get that. Let's make sure we get the partitions. Partion. Where are you? Hello, please. Hello, please. Nope. I forget where it is. I actually have no idea where it is. I should favorite some. There it is. I should favorite some of this stuff so I don't lose it as much. I think we only need 4. Yeah. A recycling bin and a garbage bin. We're gonna pick up one of each of those. There's the recycling bin. Where's the garbage bin we'd like to use? I would like to see that village. So you guys haven't seen the video yet, but I am starting to open up myself for island tours. So that I have like a whole form you can register to do an island tour with me. If you want, I can send you the link to the Google form in the chat right now. And I'd be happy to have you apply so I can possibly take a look. Possibly. Or not. It's up to you. If you don't want to share it, that is totally fine. That is totally fine. Where's my garbage bin? Hello, garbage bin. Garbage bin. Garbage bin. There it is. Okay. The small garbage can. I'm just trying to mentally keep an eye of where it is. It's by the paper stuff. Okay. By the paper stuff. We also need those glass. Glass. I think we need 4 of them. The pretty ones. There it is. 4 of these. The slash windows. The sash windows. We're also going to need a certain gate piece. I don't know if I have any on hand already. I don't think I do. I do not, so we have to craft them. I don't know how many we need. We're just going to get a bunch. I need gravel, so I think I have to go back to the rocky ridges, which is unfortunate. Ugh. Oh, do you want to see my pallet town? I would like to. Would you like to show it to me? If you do, I can send you the form, and all you need to do is fill in the form, and then I will try to schedule some time to do it with you off stream. And then we can make a video about it. If you want, let me know. I'm happy to drop it for you. I just have to pull up my Notion to grab it for you, but that takes a second. Where's the gate? Where is Mr. Gatey? Gate. Where? There it is. Okay, I need a bunch of these. A bunch of them. We're gonna get like 80. What else do I need? I need 2 of those. I think I have the pots. I just need 2. I think I have 2. Yes, I do. 2 flowers. I guess my choice, but if possible, I'd like to keep this rocky ridge coated. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. That sucks. That's fine. We'll just use... we'll just use these. We'll just get like 2 of these, I think. Yep. We're gonna get a bunch of wooden wall. I think I have some on hand. Oh yeah! Here, let me send you the form. Let me send you Mr. Form. I just have to find my Notion. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. I do think there's 3 people ahead of you that I have to personally reach out to still. Note to self, actually do that. But besides them, you'd probably be like first on the list. So just drop in the chat for you there. Okay. Okay, wooden wall. Is that all we have? Let's go craft like 10 more. I don't think we need more than that. 10 should be more than enough. I need to go get gravel back from the rocky ridge. I think that's everything though besides the gravel. Well, I guess we need a couple more of those as well. Utility poles. That's something I haven't looked at in a long time. Let's get the metal roof pieces and then paint them white. I don't think I need too many. These guys? Probably like 30 is more than enough, plus the ones I have on hand. So let's go get gravel and then we'll come back. Gravel and then we'll come back. Gravel and then we'll come back. And then we'll start building this thing, and then we'll start doing the tunneling as much as we have time for today. As much as we have time for today. Because unfortunately I'm a working human being. I have 900 hours in Pokopia and I have a full-time job 9 to 5. Can you imagine how many hours I'd have if I didn't have a full-time job? I'd probably be cracking like 3,000 hours. I wouldn't sleep. If it wasn't for my job, I don't know what would happen to me. I'd become like a whatever they're called, cryptid? Like monsters that live under the ground and never see daylight. You know what I'm talking about? That would be me. It's basically me, unless I have to go to work. Anyway, okay, gravel. I don't know how much we're gonna need. I think it'll be a good amount, so I'll leave 3 stacks behind, and I'll just take the rest with me. While I'm here, if I can, I'd rather use the same flowers I've used in the other areas. I guess I can grab 2 utility poles. No, I can't. Do we have any of them? Is it these? Hang on. Is it these ones? No, it's not. It's the mountain ones, whatever they're called. So I don't have any here either. That's fine. I don't need them. I just want them. No, these wouldn't be bad to use either. Okay. So we got what we need. I'm gonna craft 2 utility. I guess I'll craft 10 utility poles while I'm here. Oh my god. think they're in utilities, right? Utility poles. Oh, I can't craft them. I don't have iron ore here. That's amazing. Let's go back to Skylands. I've looted all of my areas. Every time I go to an area, new area to build, I just end up looting the old areas because I usually amass a ton of materials in them. I do have stuff stored in storage too that I'm just trying not to use. One of my like super long-term goals is to eventually like max out the storage systems I've built and just like hoard stuff. That's like our 10 million. Okay, one of the pictures I will send on the forum will be a comparison side by side between my village. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that would be really helpful. It'll really paint a clear vision in my head. I think you can upload a max of 5 in the forum, so you know, feel free to upload as many as you think is necessary to drive home what you want me to see. Again, I think you've got a wait list of maximum 3 people in front of you that I still haven't reached out to yet. Because I haven't made the announcement officially. It'll be coming in my Thursday video. But you're a little ahead of the curve, I guess. A little ahead of the curve. We need to paint these white. I need 2 utility poles as well. 2 utility poles as well. And then we can build this thing. I think I have a couple utility poles. If not, I'll just craft a few. It's crazy that I haven't crafted any utility poles in the Skylands. Like, I've really not even considered using power for, like, most places. Do I have any? Please tell me I've crafted a few. I did, okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this thing. I'm looking at the picture to gauge the minimum length that has to be. That's 1, 2, plus 4 is 6, 8, plus 4 is 12, plus another 4 is 16. So it has to be at least 20, I think, across. Oh, that's huge. Uh-oh, okay. Well, let's see how much space we're working with in that area. Like, we can push back the tracks we've already laid down in the worst case. There's not really a reason why we can't do that. We haven't really built anything yet, so this is now the perfect time to do accommodations like this. I want to clean this area up a little bit first, so let's try to take care of that too. Like, there's just some things here I know just are not going to stay, so I might as well get rid of them. Like, these flowers are gone. This rock is gone. Bye, grass. Bye, grass. Bye, flowers. You go bye-bye. We can leave that. The rock, I'd rather just have rocks than the rock itself. We get rid of that. The tree cannot stay here, unfortunately. Don't need these boxes here. You might as well just go the extra effort and get rid of all this random concrete too. We'll eventually get rid of it when we terraform this area, but we're already here. We're already clearing things, so let's clear things. I think we have to level this as well a bit, but I want to wait until I build this platform area first. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. That. Oh, what's that? Hello. What'd you got for me? A large lost relic. I have like hundreds of these that I haven't even appraised. Okay. You go here. And I can get rid of this for now. I can see exactly where I want to line this up, and this is a little unfortunate. I might have to terraform a little bit and extend this out to fit all this. How do we do this? How do we do this? So like this, I guess, can be the back side. This can be the back side, right? Okay. So I'm going to just take away some of this so I have a bit more space here. And then we'll count the distance we need to terraform. Or not terraform, but to plot this down. So let me just do that. And that. Okay. So this is annoying. Why is that here? What does it leave? We got to get rid of this. So let's get rid of this. I'd rather have the vines anyways. Explosive relics is the most annoying thing. Explosive, yes. They are. I know at Pallet Town it just makes it way easier to appraise, but I'm a person that hasn't touched their Pallet Town. because I'm doing everything in the main islands. It took me 900 hours to open up a friggin' cloud island. And I haven't even done anything on it yet. But I will, you know, the game's only been out for like 3 months. I think I've done insanity in 3 months. And surely a cloud island and pallet town will also be added to the list of nightmares I have. I mean, of builds I do. Of builds I do. Is that the last one? 2 more? Okay. This was just going to be in the way the whole time, so might as well get some extra vines out of it. In fact, I'll probably take all the vines away from this area. They really don't need to be here after I restore it, so I'll get rid of them later. Ooh, this is cool. I could build like a cool underground thing, possibly, but we'll decide later. I want to encase this a little bit more into the cliff. I think we should do that early. That's unfortunate. We have to go get some soil and grass now. I don't know that I have that much left because of everything that I've done with my current supply or my previous supply. I need to figure out someone to move into the Sableye or the Silphco offices as well. I feel like building them for no reason is a little bit of a waste. Okay. Grass and soil. Grass and soil. Please have a healthy supply. Please. Please, 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 please. I don't think I do. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. Okay. I know I have a ton of ordinary soil, so I'll just grab like a couple stacks of this. Cool. Let's go back. Should I record any of this? Nah, I think we're okay. I think we are okay. I don't need to record any of this. The VOD will exist. The VOD will exist. You guys want me to turn on the stage? I feel like this place is empty without it. We could totally turn it on. Okay. Okay. So I need it to be 20 across. I'm insane. Let's try to put down the 20 gravel or so. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 5. Okay, let's not count this one here. So let's say 4, 8, 12, 16. This would be 20. That's not too bad. I can probably go out a little bit more even. Probably go, well, it's gonna have to go straight anyways, like inevitably. Oh, whoops. Okay, we'll just push it out a little bit more, and then we'll try to build around what's left. Gravel. This will be the only stop, I think, that I use gravel in. I am going to have to totally terraform this away, but I'll worry about that in a second. What I want to do here is try to integrate this more so into that. And I think the way to do this is to get some grass like this. And do the 3 method. Oops. Like this. Simple. Super simple architecture. Just like that. Then we'll fill in what's left. Oops. 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 And we'll do a little bit of the underside itself. That should give us enough room to build this thing on top of. But let's clean up the underside of it too. For the underside, I'm thinking we just kind of double the layer here, so it's not just like grass sitting on nothingness. So we'll do this. And we don't have to worry too much about like filling in the area totally. But now that it comes down one, let's go in one. Like this. In one. And I have a mind to keep the mysterious stone visible if I can, so what I'll do is I'll come in from here. And let's actually go up one, and then we'll just try to do something like this. Yeah. Now we'll fill in the bottom a little bit. Just a pinch. Just a smidge. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So something like this. Sure. Okay, and now we're going to go the other way. So, like this. Just trying to follow the lines as much as possible. Just trying to create, like, a rough shape, even. Doesn't have to be perfect. So let's say we come here and we go like this, like this, like this, like this, and this, and this. And then we can probably wrap it up here a little bit. So we'll just do like some weirdness. Some weirdness. Sure, whatever, that's fine. And we'll seal up what's left. And this will serve as a fine amount of stuff for now. I mean, I guess I could do a little bit more. Let's say that. I hate that being exposed. Let's say that. And I might as well. Okay. So I'll just zoom out to make sure that doesn't look insane. It just looks like a natural extension of the cliff, right? Later we can actually replace it all with cliff rock if I really care and I want to be extra OCD, but I don't. This is good enough for me for now. So that gives us more of an area to work with now, which is the main point of it. The main point of it. So, where do I want the train station to start? I think a better question is, where do I want you to be able to get off the train station? And I think that largely depends on what I'm thinking about for a path in this area. So you should get off of the train station. Well, I guess I already have a path, right? So like you should be able to get off around here. But how am I getting into the buildings and stuff? This is a building we'll have to restore, so is that. Could I possibly make a staircase over here? I think so. Even if I don't and I want to use the building, I think making a drop-off point around this spot is good. And if I don't want to terraform over here and I want to walk wave 2, makes things super easy. Right, there we go. I'll grab this, and I'll just try to extend this path outwards a little bit so I have a better idea of the space we're working with. We'll just go up to the same point that the gravel goes up to. And then what we'll do before we start building is just count that gravel again, just to make sure we have enough space. Now that I've kind of marked some stuff down. Limestone flooring on the outside. That's not too bad. 3 things I learned with this game. Social well-being, resource management, and how to progress step by step. Absolutely. You'll find in this game, as long as you just keep going, eventually you'll find you've got something you like, I think. This is a little awkward, actually. I don't know that we're going to be able to do this properly. What I do know for sure is this side will keep with the regular pathing, but I might have to compromise a bit here. So I'm going to actually just temporarily replace this. Well, actually, hold on. It's fine. Yeah, we'll just temporarily replace it. And then I'll just temporarily change this as well. So now I'm looking at that picture we took in Rocky Ridges of the external train system, and we're going to try to recreate it, but I need to count how many pieces of gravel I have to see if I can even fit it here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 20. I'm a little off. Unfortunately, I don't know that I can really fix this. Well, I say I have... Hold on. Let's count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So let's say we actually do have 20. I don't know how far out it has to go. I think I know, because generally I like to have a walkway of 2. So we are going to put, to start, 2 things of gravel here. And we'll just follow this all the way up to the point where the gravel ends over here. Okay. So this would let me walk around on this area, but now I also need a place to like sit and build the back of it. So possibly have to extend this out a little bit more, and that's totally fine if we do. Let's make another set of 2. Let's make another set of 2, and then what we'll do is we'll just put down what I know has to go down, and then we'll adjust as we go. So we have to figure out what the center of this is going to be. So I'm going to count it one more time because I'm crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It has to be 20. We can probably make do, honestly, with like 18 if I'm really trying to push this. I would like at least a gate of 2. Okay, so that answers the question. So I'm going to just get rid of this for now. Like so. And we're working with 18. So the middle of 18, if we divide 8 by 2, is 9, which means 9 and 10 are technically the middle, but we're doing things a little bit different. So let me just mark 9 and 10 so I can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9. I'll mark 9 and 10 with Mysterious Stone for now. Right here. So that's the middle. And we can verify by just looking at it. That is, in fact, the middle. So we're going to try to build this little structure here, keeping a walkway of 2 and building on this back portion. We're definitely going to need to extend it. That is very clear to me. So why wait? We won't do anything complicated. We'll just literally go out by 2. Like that. I don't like this. Wait, I'm doing something wrong. Doing something wrong. I'm extending it too much. I fear. I'm extending it too much. I'm gonna have to terraform the bottom layer again a little bit. Oh, that actually lines up nicely though. Unexpectedly. This is all fine. This is not a big deal. It is super easy to fix. Like, we just have to go on the underside again. No need to complain or doom about this. This is super easy stuff. Let's go ahead and extend the bottom a little bit now. We don't have to go all the way down like we did last time. Oh, we're running out of ordinary soil. Well, actually, I've got a lot of this. Why don't I... Ooh, I see. Okay. And we can probably do a little bit of stuff here, like that. I think I'd like to do this. When I'm making stations, I make them with a length of 8 or 9 blocks. Haha. You could. The big stations we're going to build are going to be like 12 by 9s. Oh, I did mess up. I see what I've done now. Okay. So I went 2 out and didn't really think about what I was doing. Silly me. Okay. I don't like the sharp drop off. And I've got so much of the skyrock that I'll just burn as much of it as possible right now. Let's go till not 1 all the way there, just like 1 on the edge. 1 on the edge. I guess that is 1 on the edge. And 1 on the edge. Okay. Like that. Like that, and that, and that. Then we'll just follow in. And this is easy. We're just going 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3 in. Super easy. Then we'll come in and we'll do the same stuff. Right? 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2, 3 out. Oh, 1, 2, 3 out. Easy peasy. Other way. 1, 2, 3 in. All you gotta do is keep swimming, guys. Finding Nemo had it right. Okay. I'm gonna fill in the bottom here a little bit now. But I want the Mysterious Stone to be somewhat exposed because I like it. Because it's pretty. Because it's pretty. then we can just kind of come in here. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It looks more natural if it's not perfect. That's all the terraforming we want to do for now. Okay. That gives us a lot more space to work with now. Because of that, I'm just going to give myself more space. We have a walkway of 2 and a platform of 2. We're going to give ourselves a platform of 4. I do think it's going to have to be a platform of 5, but this will make sense very soon. Very soon, I promise. Okay. Now we can start trying to put this down. I do know stairs are going to go here, so this is all going to be asphalt as well. We can probably plug this hole up as well, so let's just boom. Doesn't have to be a perfect cover, just enough so that it makes sense for me. We need to eat something, so let's do that. And then we'll replace this side with asphalt completely. I didn't need to eat that many. Asphalt. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll just line up to where the gravel is for now, because we'll have to dig a tunnel back there later. This is just going to be brick stairs, nothing fancy. And I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff here, because I have not restored this area at all. But now that I've done this, it will actually be a lot easier to restore this area, because I have somewhat of a guide of what I want to do. So I'll also just mark down a path for now. This way. Boom. Shebang, shebang. Okay. Let's put some stuff down here, trying to center everything. In the immediate middle, well, I guess I need to know how far out it comes as well. So I think it's 3 with a back of 4. 3 with a back of 4. I'm going to place down mysterious stone just so I know how far the path, just so I know I don't build anything on the path, I mean. So everything we build is here, and it turns out we only need, we need 4. Okay, we do need 4. So let's just add a 4th row here. 1, 2, 3. And this should be the final thing I need for this. We can leave that exposed. That's totally fine. It feels like I should just put this down here too. Like, why not? I don't understand why I removed it at this point. I know the center now. This is totally fine. Even though it's technically not centered now that I've added more. So at the very back is just going to be a line of wooden wall. Just a line of wooden wall. So we'll do this. A line of wooden wall. We may tweak it in a second, but let's just get it down since it will be here in some fashion. And now in the middle, right in front of the wooden wall, in the middle here, we're going to have a recycling bin. Like this. And a garbage bin. Like that. Beside each of these is going to be those wooden partitions we made. Is that what they're called? Yep, wooden partitions. Oh, I need more of the wooden partitions. I didn't grab enough. No, I grabbed enough. Yeah, I grabbed enough. Okay. We're going to leave 2 in between. So that's 1, that's 2. Same with this side. 1, that's 2. In the middle, you already know what goes here. Maybe you don't. No, you don't. Now you know. I'm going to drop this puppy here. In front of this, benches. Benches, benches, benches. Right in front. Right, we have a walkway over here, so these benches are going to be pretty accessible, and I goofed. I only got 2 out of 4. Okay, let's go get more. I don't think I need anything else to do this. Hold on. So, technically, I only needed to go 2 wooden blocks out. So why don't I just deal with that now by getting rid of these 2. Okay. Now let's go. Now let's go. And depending on... Oh, man, okay, hold on. How far out is this one from the 2 blocks? It goes 3 out. And we're only going 2 out over here. So why don't we just add the final side of this? Like that? Okay. 2 industrial benches coming up. 2 industrial benches coming up. Do I need another skyscraper in the Skylands? Maybe. At the same time, though, like I don't see where I could fit it. 2 industrial benches. I believe I have 1 already crafted. So let's make a little trip to our crafting station. It's quicker to go from right here. Can I do it? Can I do it? I did the thing. Okay. I think I have one bench right here. Yeah. Okay. Craft one more. Where are the benches? Where? Oh, there you are, Mr. Bench. Hello, Mr. Bench. Why am I being so extra right now? Dude, I had like a full day of work, and I don't know how to act anymore. Now that I'm home. Playing Pokopia. Oh my gosh. Nobody wanted me to turn the stage on, so it stays off. Sorry, guys. You didn't scream loud enough that you wanted me to turn it on, so it stays off forever. No Pokemon will ever use it now. All because you didn't tell me you wanted to see it. Do you feel bad? You shouldn't, because I'm making all that up. Okay. Industrial benches. Let's put the other two down right over here. That is not an industrial bench, Mr. Pokemon Ditto. There you go. And that's it. We're done. Kidding. We have to add the aesthetic touches now. My phone doesn't want to work with me, though. Aesthetic touches on the edge. Remember when we grabbed those little wooden guys right over here? I mean, we could actually use the white ones, but I do like keeping an element of the wood here. In my mind, they should actually come out one more. No, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. We're going to put down one piece of white wooden enclosure over here and over here. And on top of them, these are not going to be functional. They just look cool. It should be exactly enough so that they don't connect. Oh, they do connect. I mean, connecting isn't bad. I think I actually like that aesthetic. So we're almost done with this little stop. We're going to add... how did I do this? I think I just threw them right on top. So we're going to add the two windows. Thankfully, I've built all this like 5 times in the Rocky Ridges. So I'm like pretty competent at doing it now. And then if memory serves, behind the wooden enclosure, I think I used 2 more of the... Sorry, I mean the wooden walls. I think I used 2 more wooden enclosures that are painted white. And then I should have... I have enough, okay. And then I just put these on top. Not there. Oh my god. I just put them on top right here. And right here. And then basically we're just going to enclose this all now. So that's why we grabbed these. So we'll just go all the way across. And we'll come up to right in front of the wireless transmitters. That took 14. I don't think we have enough to do this. We're going to have to go get a couple more. Yeah, we're going to have to get a little bit more. Before I get more, can I put one over the utility poles? Oh, you can. I mean, why wouldn't I just cover the utility poles? Doesn't it look better? Oh, yeah? No, it doesn't. Because we want it to line up with this stuff, so the utility poles can stay free. I'm going to need... How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4... I can get 10. Okay. Let's go craft 10 more of them and just paint... No, actually, I want to have an exact amount. I don't want to carry extra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 7 of them painted white. Easy. Okay. 7 of them painted white, and then after we build this like makeshift system or train station, which already looks pretty good, we can start tunneling into the dojo, or towards the dojo. It's so crazy that we're actually building this subway system, dude. This was something I must have said like 200 hours ago we're gonna do. We're actually here. Getting to this point in my builds genuinely makes me a little sad sometimes, because don't get me wrong, I still have a million ideas I want to do here, but the big ideas are like really where I feel my creativity shining, and once I lose the opportunity to continue it does make me a little sad. But I'm also insane, so I know I'm gonna have more things to do. This is a huge milestone getting this subway station done. An absolutely huge milestone in the Skylands. Let's go paint these white. While I'm going up there, I'll just pick this guy up. We'll go, we'll go, we'll go, we'll go. Okay. This is a Smash Bros tech right here. For Pokopia. Give me combat in Pokopia, and I swear I will write my soul away. This game is like near perfect for me. You know, obvious complaints aside, but if they did ever give it a combat system, truthfully, I wouldn't care about any of the shortcomings because this game would literally be perfect for me at that point. Like, Minecraft has combat. Dragon Quest Builders, the team that built Dragon Quest Builders, made this game, but Dragon Quest Builders has combat in it too. So, you know, I was surprised that we didn't get any combat at all, especially given that it's Pokemon. It totally makes sense in Pokopia, don't get me wrong. But I was surprised. And I'm still slightly hopeful we get something, but I am woefully aware that that is just not sensical thinking. There's no way they give us combat. But I would love it if they did. Please, Pokemon Company, please, 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 please. Let me fight Pokemon, please. Imagine you go to, like, Cloud Islands, you get to fight Pokemon. Or like a survival mode? Oh, a survival mode. Just hire me and let me give you ideas, please. I did paint them. I was worried for a second that I totally forgot to paint them because ADD. This is exactly enough. Beautiful, we can count. I don't need the Mysterious Stone because now I understand the middle. I just realized an error in my design. Uh-oh. It's great that there's stairs here, but... You know, I mean, like, you can just cross over the tracks. Like, it's not really a problem, but I hate that I have to cross over the tracks. I don't think there's another way to build stairs to get out of this because of how it is here. Unless there's a back area, and then this gets you over here. I'd have to have a minimum clearing of 3, which this would accomplish. If I don't... Well, you know what? That's not really a huge problem. I don't have to solve it right now. There's a million. Like, I can also totally just deal with the fact that you cross the train tracks. Like, that's not really a problem. So, yeah, you know what? We're going to get over ourselves. We can walk on the train tracks. We're adults. We are all adults. That's good enough. There's a lot more things I could do to touch this up. But I think, like, for my purposes... Oh, actually, there is something I want to build in here. Something small. Something small. Let's go ahead and add these two. I don't have space for it. Uh-oh. Here's what we're going to do then, because I need space. I like to have, like, a little extra seating area in these things. A little extra beam. I mean, seating area. And all that really is, it's simple. It's a non-working vending machine because I'm not going to supply power to this. 2 seats in front and 2 planters. Where are my wildflowers we grabbed? I would actually rather have these. I think they're more Skylands coated. Let's just water that. Eventually it'll sprout on its own. I'm not really worried about that. But those 2 seats as well. Those 2 seats as well. Right here. And I want to mark this down. This down because I've been marking it down anytime I have a train station. So I want it to be somewhat visible here. And I think I just put it here. Honestly, like, why not? Yeah, that's probably fine. Maybe we can throw another one down somewhere, but it's also not necessary. And I might as well close this up with gravel so I can close the fence. If I put a fence here, what happens? Nothing, okay. Oh, I hate when that happens. Because now I feel like I have to get a bunch of them. Oh, what are the odds? I got 2. So let's just go around the sides and add this in too. Doesn't hurt. All the ones that replace themselves, we will just steal. Or not replace themselves, but become the pretty ones we're going to take. I thought that the first routes shown in the second Pokopia trailer could bring a survival mode with combat. Ooh, that would be awesome. Are you talking about like the very first trailer or the DLC trailer? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're... Oh my god, I've never gotten so many of these so quickly. That's crazy. And I do like to make the very exterior ones I think we can get rid of this. It looks kind of ugly like that. And this one too. I do like to make the very exterior ones the pretty fancy ones. So I'll just pop that down. I will pop this down. We don't have enough to do the whole thing, I think. So we'll do that. This side is a little ambiguous for how it's going to go, but I'll just temporarily say this one. And how many do I have? I have one. That's probably enough. I could do like one on each side as well, but I'm not going to push it. Okay, so that is effectively where this outdoor train station is going to live, right? We have a walkway. Sure, it's going to, you know, cut into the train tracks directly, but who cares? Who cares? People can walk over the train tracks. They're not going to die. So let's push these train tracks out, just to the edge, like so, and like so. All the way. All the way. Do I have enough? We're definitely going to have to make a bunch of these. I'm going to just replace this weird looking concrete I took away at the start. I don't know that I love the mysterious stone here, but when we restore this area, we can worry about that stuff. What time is it? It's already 9? Oh my gosh! Okay, so we are about to start tunneling. Oh, I just had a cool idea. Well, first, we want to continue the gates, but I'm going to make a mini gate here. Hold on. I need to go craft a couple more things, and then we'll start carving. This was a huge thing to put down, though, I will say. But I've kind of ruined an idea I had, I think. No, we're good. It'll still work. I can think it through. I can't believe I forgot about stream. 1,000 years of good luck to you, so that you don't miss it again. Or forget again. I feel like really extra today for some reason. I don't know what's going on with me. I should not feel this positive. Something bad is going to happen to me now. Karmic balance will hit. Give me all that stuff. I can't wait to move you guys out of here. I'm tired of picking up vines. Oh, a gift? Seeds of some kind? Paper. Oh, interesting. I'm being spiteful about all the vines, so here you go, Mr. Conch Elder. You got a present now. You got a present, Conch Elder. I hope you enjoy it. Wait, where are they? There they are. Here you go, Mr. Conch Elder. And you know what? Because you guys are being so good, let's power this boy on. Look at Mr. Stage back there. We're gonna give it something magical. Boom. Let me put this out away, actually. Mr. Stage is powered. With one single leaf is all it takes. I got sidetracked. Let's go get those things I needed. Let's go. Let us go, let us go, let us go. Ooh, I got the moves. Oh. Oh. Parkour. Can I? Yeah. Gates. Do I have any gates on hand before I craft any? Oh, actually, that's the gate I wanted, but I'm at these. I don't have a lot of those. So, let's go get a few more. I feel really hungry all of a sudden. Why? Why do I feel hungry? I ate so much today. Oh, my Arizona! Do I have ADD? Maybe. I should get tested. But if I get tested and they give me medicine, are they going to take away my Pokopia? Am I going to lose my ability to Pokopia? And my funny? Maybe. You should seriously get treated if you think you need it. I'm joking around right now. I do think I probably have ADD, but I don't think I need to be treated. But if you are actually considering that, you absolutely should go see a doctor. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it. I know people smarter than me that have ADD that have been treated and they swear by it, and I will never ever want someone to feel like they shouldn't get treated if they think they need to, because do what's good for your health. Anyways, let's focus on Pokopia, the important stuff. This was my idea, this insane idea, right? I'd never noticed that these connect to this gate properly. That's crazy. Okay, we're just going to leave it here for now. So, you know, my whole issue about crossing the tracks is still present. I can't really get around that. But, now I feel a little bit better about it. You know, there's plenty of times when you cross over train tracks in real life. Sometimes, depending on where you live. No, there's not. Maybe there is. But there you go. That is going to be the only outside train station we have in the Skylands. Rocky Ridges was the opposite, but only this one for here. It all fits too. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we could close it up over here, potentially. But I'm not going to. I'm going to let it sit how it is. So now, it's time to dig. So we have to go straight that way. Before I start digging, I just want to know what I'm aiming at. I know what I'm aiming at, but I want to visualize it better. If I just dig... Oh, wait. Is this a building we're trying to restore? Because I don't want to dig through it if it is. Are we dodging the building? We are. We are just dodging the building. One lesson I learned from the Rocky Ridges is if you try to plan this out too much, you actually end up hurting yourself. But if I just push straight through, it's going to come out here. So at some point in here, we want it to go down. I think we want it to go down as early as possible. And do I know how far deep I can go? I mean, I have to go pretty far down, but I'm going to eyeball this and say it's like 10. So I'm just going to try to keep that number 10 in my head as we go, so that I don't dig too far down too early. But the easiest way to start this is just to not care. Like that, okay. Whenever I have train tracks funneling through, I like to make it a minimum of 3 tall. And that's all I'm going to let myself do for now. 3 tall. 3 tall. So from this point, we're going to want to start going lower. We're going to want the tracks to go down. I want them to be somewhat hidden in the walls a little bit. So I'm going to carve... It's not really going to make a difference no matter how many of these we carve, but... Oh, okay. So this is actually the exterior. So I'm going to put back up a layer here again. So I don't go past this point. Like that. And so that really only gives us the option of going down at this point. So we will. We will go down. I guess we can go down from right here. We might as well replace this with gravel. You see, we could actually just go straight down from here. There isn't really anything stopping me from doing that. If this is the edge, then yeah, why don't we just have it go down right here? Okay. Okay, form sent. Awesome, you're the first person that's done it. Oh, since you're here, Blue Horntail, shoot me a DM on YouTube about the island tours, because you're one of the 3 that is kind of ahead of most people. So shoot me a DM on YouTube, and I'll try to coordinate with you for some time next week, during the week, to see if we can kind of do this island tour, if you're ready. If not, I mean, I still got to reach out to the other... Actually... I still gotta reach out to the other people. Oh my god. Send me a DM and we'll talk about the details. Okay. So we can dig 1 down. And this is a painful process. I wish there was like a more interesting way for me to do this for you guys, but like really it's just a very precise kind of thing. So I'm not gonna over destroy things if I don't need to. I'm gonna just take it slow and go as far deep as I need to as we go. I should be paying attention to how far we're going. So I think this is 4. So this would be 5. This would be... You know, this doesn't feel like as daunting of a thing anymore. Now that I've done it a few times, or 1 time, I guess. I need to stay above 10 for now. This is 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is probably an okay place to stop for now. And what I'm going to do in the interim is just replace the stairs with gravel. I'd like this one to have gravel as far as possible. I don't know how to DM on YouTube. Neither do I. Hold on, let me see if I can DM you at all. So I will figure this out. You know what? Why don't I will figure this out, and I will find out how to send a message to you. I have your name written on my list for the videos anyways, but I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. Try tomorrow if I can, possibly. Okay, I'm not going to worry about like the exteriors of any of the train stuff for now. I just want to make sure it works. Later on, we can make this system look pretty, but for now, the most important thing is function. I will spend a little bit of time on the stations themselves, but the main concern, obviously, is function for now. Oh, I messed up. Hold on. Because these two train tracks are literally beside each other, it makes like things a little weird sometimes. Okay. Okay, and then we'll give this one more ahead. Then we can kind of come up here and do the same thing for this. We're not going to worry about laying the tracks down so much yet. I'm just trying to get a little bit of it done. I will also note your Discord. I have to send everyone the Discord link. I think it'll be in my video on Thursday, but we'll wait for that. Okay. I guess the path doesn't have to go out this far. So, okay. So I'm straight this way. I should be able to push forward a bit more, but I'm going to have to turn at least a couple times. So I think we can turn for like 3, go straight for a while, turn for like 4. Maybe we do a 4th turn. We're trying to get a path going in the tunnel system to get us here. So there is going to be a point around here where we have to just start digging down. And one thing I really want to make sure we keep as much as I can is this whole bottom area. I want to be able to see this when we're traveling through the train tracks. I want this. So maybe that answers my question. Maybe what we do is we kind of beeline over there and we come out from the bottom and we go straight into the dojo stop. That could be cool. I like that idea. So if we come out from the back end over here, that should let us come out of the preferred place in the dojo stop, this wall here. And then later we can spend efforts like terraforming if we need to conceal some of this, but I do really want to be able to see this insanity as we travel through the train tracks. Sometimes I see Pokemon using the tracks, but suddenly they stop at the middle of nowhere and start walking back or forward. Yeah, so they will use it, and typically what they like to do is stop at the actual stops you mark. So if you don't mark those stops, they just kind of do things randomly. But if you put the stops down, they do stop there. They'll pretty much just progress to the one that's closest to them, in my experience. But I haven't tested it rigorously, so I could be wrong. Okay. So we need to figure out how to get inside of the hollowed out area, and we're going to do that from here. I think we just go straight now until we get into that hollowed area. And then we can worry about going down again. So let's go straight until we get there. Boom! Look how easy that was! Okay. So another thing I want to figure out before I keep pushing, this looks incredible, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. These are so cool. I love these so much. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but I want to know how to connect myself to the... What's it called? The dojo stop now. Even with the stop marks, they act like this. That's strange. I'd have to test it a lot more thoroughly to tell you exactly how it works. I'm not 100% confident. I've only built one train system, and when I built it, I left the area like immediately. You know, I was gonna say we'll cover up most of this, but I think even traveling through this with the train tracks can be really cool as like a landmark kind of thing, which is making me change my mind a little bit about the other areas. But needless to say, we're gonna go underground and see that whole bottom area from here. I just have to plan it out a bit more. I think I should plan it out from the outside. Okay. Time check. 9:30. Jesus! Okay. So, I need to know where we're trying to connect to the dojo from, and that's going to help us build this train network. So we do have to tunnel a little bit here. You know what I should do? Now, I basically have full control over where these tracks are going to enter into. I literally have full control now. So, there's a train system in my pallet town. You'll see in practice. I can't wait. So I just learned about the forum and was wondering if there was a particular reason why you need to be 18. Yeah, it's a good question. The reason you need to be 18 is because, you know, for safety, not even just safety reasons, but for logistics, I don't know if I really want to be sitting on a Discord call with a minor. That's as simple as it is. And you also can't really consent to be recorded or, you know, participate in that stuff unless you're 18, at least where I live. But a big part of it is I don't want to be sitting in a Discord call with a minor. I think that is reasonable to say. I think that is very reasonable to say. There's nothing a minor and I will ever really have in common, unfortunately. Not to the point where we need to sit in a Discord call. I'll make one caveat, though. If you are under 18, if you have your parents sit in the call with us, I'll be happy to do it with you. But otherwise, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm realizing I have full ability to decide where the train tracks come into, and I've decided they're going to come here. They're going to come from here, and so what I'm deciding now is, do I just build like a makeshift train station in here now, or do I put the tracks down first? I'm going to have to make the train station either way, but I still don't have like a good reason or a good vision for this. Kind of awkward. How do I do this? Well, maybe we start with the train system first, but I think my current idea is they come out from here, and they go out this way to go in there. So I'm going to have to move this, but that's fine. And there will be an elevator here, which is also fine. So you imagine you kind of walk out from the elevator. You'll see the train moving here, but you come around this way. You're going to be touching the tracks, so I don't like that. This is an important one just to really not perfect, but make sure we do well. This is tough. I don't quite know how I want to do this. Man, this is the stop that is going to be the most challenging for all the reasons you're seeing me go through now. But if we can figure this one out, it's going to be awesome. You know, possibly the train system could come in from here and go out that way. And if we do that, you know, it comes in here and it goes out that way, then we can actually fit a full stop over here in front of the elevator, which is more ideal. So I think I'm talking myself into the opposite way. Train tracks come in here and they go out there. That's actually better too, because if they go out that way, it should be easier to kind of build a tunnel that gets you up to this area, because you'll be closer to it. Okay, there you go. We thought about it. We did it. We made some choices. So we're going to push out that way to get to the dojo stop, and we're going to make our train tracks come in from this way. How convenient that there's kind of a marking for these. Interesting. So let's say we want the exit to be here. Let's say this is where the train tracks feed into. And what I'll do just to make sure I've lined up properly is I'll just like try to follow this by holding my L button down and see where this goes. If it lines up with the divots, we did it well. If not, we know how to adjust. Okay, so I think this lines up perfectly. So we did, okay, good. So there you go. So we're going to keep the train tracks tight together and as they progress into this station from this one, just because of how much limited space we have. In retrospect, I don't think this one's going to become like an underground stop like the others. I think it'll also be one of the outside ones. Just because of the limited space again. We might have to build something even more condensed, but the same aesthetic. But at least now we have a spot where the train tracks are going to come out of. I don't know how far back it goes. Well, actually, why don't we just say right here? For now, right? Maybe one of the Mysterio Stone tiles in. So now we just have to figure out how to get our train tracks to connect to this part. And that's not going to be hard at all. You'll see very soon it won't be hard. This is probably a good point to go buy a bunch of train tracks. Craft a bunch of train tracks as well. Let's go do that. It's so sad to know that the entire Celadon department store is fully destroyed. Is it though? Because like, these look like buildings in Celadon, but not the department store. For all we know, the department store is still down in the crater that was left behind when this area was lifted. Unless I'm missing something. I forget. I forget a lot of the in-game lore, because that was many hours ago for me. But if you're really sad about it, you could just remake it. You could totally remake the Celadon department store. Did I just have an idea to make the Celadon department store? Please no. Maybe, you know, maybe that will be something we tacked on to our Skylands towards the end, like back the... Oh. So this whole time I've been really beside myself trying to come up with what to put over there on that landmass we're now building a tunnel into. Could I fit the Celadon department store like on that block over there? A smaller version? Oh my god, I hate myself. Why am I thinking about this? Maybe. Maybe that will be an item on our list. Maybe. Back pocket. Back pocket. That could be so cool though. I was saying a while ago too, like, should we have one more skyscraper in the Skylands? And that area is going to be empty for a while, so... Ah! Oh man, I think it's in utilities, is the train tracks. Yeah. I'll just get like 200 for now. I think that'll be enough. You know what? I'm going to look up a picture of the Let's Go Celadon department store, and I'll decide if it's something we could possibly do. I'm curious now. So let's go, Pokemon, let's go. Celadon department store. What if the second DLC area is Celadon, though? It might. Like, the Terra Leak suggested we're going to go visit the crater that Skylands was formed from, and that would be either, you know, the rest of Saffron City, which I doubt because most of it's lifted up, with including the gym, or Celadon. So it possibly could be Celadon, but if I remake a tower, then there's two Celadons, and I was inspired by the original Celadon, right? It's not a big deal. Did you make some houses in the Silphco building? Not houses. Do you want to see the Silphco building? I'll show you what I did. I'll just show you guys now what I did in Silphco. I do have like a whole video of me actually doing all this stuff, but I'll take you around really quickly. I didn't touch any of the top floors, so those like top 4 floors in the roofs are exactly the same. But I did extend it out by 2 floors. Or sorry, the top 3 floors are exactly the same with the roof. I did extend it by 2 floors, and I customized the lobby. I'll show you quickly. Staircase is not done yet, but that will exist. This is my Celadon lobby. I was able to expand the space we had, so I added more seating area. I moved the reception to the middle. And I have these 2 areas carved out right now that I just carved out. My intention is to make it so the power system that I put through Silphco channels through this area. Or I might just make it a bathroom. I haven't fixed the stairs yet, so I can't take you like up the stairs properly. But I'll take you into the office floors. We'll just kind of go up a level. It's right here. So I stole the whole concept of this. I cannot claim that I built this. I literally copied it after watching someone's video for like 2 hours on repeat. But there's these cool little patio areas, and you walk into this office space directly. And, you know, it's kind of this communal office space I've built that I think looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I don't really have a complaint. The floor above it is like an exact copy of this one, essentially, but it also comes equipped with these like little office spaces that I also stole from the original guy with a couple of modifications I've made. It has one on the other side as well that I haven't done anything to yet because I'm not certain if I want it to be an office. Seating area. And then it has a second level where you have like these boardrooms. I heavily tweaked the boardrooms that the original poster created. These ones to me are just more walkable. They're not as impressive, but they're more walkable, so I like them. And when I power this place up, it'll be more impressive. But yeah. There is another one on the other floor. I'll quickly show you. It's literally the same thing, just the carpet is different. And small items are placed differently. Who's closing the doors on these? Not me. But here you go. It's just the carpeting in the office spaces that have changed. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. This is something I've just forgotten about. You'll see, though, there are, like, houses. This office counts as a house, so does the other ones. There's technically 4 houses in here. Who's gonna live here? No idea. In mine, only the giraffes live there. Oh, that's a good idea. I was probably gonna move them out to the Bleak Beach because they have trade, I think. They have trade or gather, so they were gonna get moved out eventually. I'm just trying to look at the Celadon department store before I forget. In Let's Go, oh, was that really the Let's Go Celadon department store? I really like it. It would be difficult to build in Pokopia because we don't really have any blocks that would fit this style. I don't think we can build it unless I have like a ton of creative liberties. It looks really nice though. What about the original Celadon? Can I possibly recreate that? This one would be harder. I think there's a way to do it though. How many floors is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might be possible to do. It very well might be possible to do, but back burner. We can't do it right now. We have train tracks. Let's go. That little train station doesn't look bad. I do like the placement. It'll look especially nice when I restore this area, eventually. Okay, let's keep going. Down we go. So, one thing that's going to help me, I think, is if I start train tracks coming out from this way. And we'll just try to make this as straight as possible. Oh, straight as possible. Let's leave like a distance of like a lot for now, because I don't know how much of that, oh god. I don't know how much of that I'm going to need to do the thingy for. So this is what we'll do. We'll just go all the way back. And I'll look the other way so I know how far we're going. Probably make the entire floor in here Mysterious Stone, because it looks cool. And we'll do some work terraforming the bottom from the outside later. But I want to make sure we get this train system built out and it partially is exposed to the outside. You know what? I'm kind of thinking we could totally make it come outside earlier. Let's just go look at the downstairs area. Like, I probably want to be on the outside around here so that I can see the Science Institute in Silphco, right? So that does mean I'm going to want to push back a bit. And let's go even further back than I think is necessary to, like, here. So we'll actually make it so the tracks connect to this spot then. We'll clean up that area if we need to later. But this will just make it so we can do what we need to. Should I just replace all the Mysterious Stone in here now too? I'm debating that. I think I should do some work on the ceiling parts. Actually, this area doesn't really need that. I could do a little bit. But anyways. Imagine if we decorate this whole area later and you come through it in the train system. It would be so awesome. Heck, there could be like a little hidden underground space in here even. There's so much we can do with this. Oh my gosh. I would like to see Pokemon Tower and Lavender Town in the DLC. That's also part of the Terra Leaks. Apparently we're going to get to go to Lavender Town and see a giant building. So good news. The forge is almost done, so it will almost certainly be finished by the end of next week. Fantastic. Should be ready well ahead of our island tour. I hope. Maybe. Ordinary soil. What time is it? I'm fighting against time right now, guys. I'm going to just make more of this back area Mysterious Stone. I don't even know what... Is this barren soil? Please be barren soil. I need a bunch. Yeah, strip soil, I mean. I need so much of this. You have no idea. And we'll leave some of it, though. Okay. I'm worried I'm not going to have enough Mysterious Stone to do this. So let's cheat a little bit for now. This kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna have enough. I'm gonna have to farm a bunch of it to finish a lot of the stuff in here. Not in here specifically, but I mean Skylands. I'm so tired of Dream Island farming. I don't even do it that much, but I'm just... Generally, it's like the thing I enjoy the least. I should try to gamify it, I guess, but... It's just hard. Okay. This is what we'll do. We'll do this, this, and this. So that it kind of starts to become Mysterious Stone. Can I fill in the rest? Possibly. It's not that much. We don't have to do all of it. You know, in the worst case, we can just close up the walls around what we've just said is the base for the Mysterious Stone. We could totally do that. Also, before I forget, I need to fill in the... You don't need to fill in the form because you're one of the early people, but I will reach out to you privately and just ask you a couple questions before we do anything. So you get a pass. You and the other 2 people get a special little pass. Because you were the first to express interest. So I'll totally replace most of this with Mysterious Stone later. Maybe I might you know what, actually, I'm not going to commit to that. What I'll do instead is I think I'll just like cover up and encase the walls. So that all this area that isn't Mysterious Stone, that's where effectively the inside of this spot will be. And we'll just build walls on the inside to cover up the rest. Which is a good idea, because then if we accidentally like break a block, we're not all of a sudden falling through the Skylands or in this weird area. They'll be more controlled. Alright, just wanted to make sure. All good. All good. All good. Okay. I don't care about the mismatch right now because we're probably, again, covering all this up. Or a good chunk of it. I just wanted to get a little bit extra of this so that I could finish this part. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a vision here. I have a vision. I promise you. We will cover up most of it and we will travel on Mysterious Stone. I guess... hold on. I guess we can start turning this path a bit, but I'm gonna just try to lay this one down now too. A little bit here. A little bit here. Okay. Before I continue adding more tracks this way, let's try to connect these ones now. So we'll just push this one out first, and then get it a little outside. I'd assume the questions are similar to the ones on the forum. What forum are you guys talking about? Oh, I see. You're talking about the forum. Not really. It's going to be less questions for you personally. I'm not even going to ask to see how your island looks. I'm just going to go on good faith that it looks awesome. Okay. It's nothing to stress about. Don't worry. You're not being tested. Unless you are. Unless you are. Let's just... So, okay, if this is going to be a wall on this edge of the Mysterious Stone, if I want to go by my rule of thumb and always have, like, 2 spots, then it actually needs to turn right here. Yeah, it needs to turn right here. Just trying to have a little bit of foresight as we go. Just a little bit. So if we just keep going straight, right, we want to make sure this is as straight as possible for as long as possible, then we should be connecting very, very soon. Huzzah! Okay. Cool, these are connected, and now we'll come around on this one. I think definitely before I make like the subway update video, which will come before the Skylands Island tour, I will actually encase this inner area like I've been talking about. I just don't want to do it on stream because it's super boring, and we're running out of time. Okay. So that gets us to a point where this area is relatively connected. Now we just got to start worrying about how do we get the tracks outside. So I'm gonna just make a small incision here. And we already know we're going straight down that way. And we'll get to see a good amount of the Skylands as we come down. We should actually we should go up from this area instead of trying to go down from that area, because if we go up, we might have to adjust a little bit. We're just going to make it go straight up to connect. So I do have to terraform this area a little bit, I fear. All my other train stations, I've given them a height of 5. This is a height of 4. I don't know that I really want to spend time giving myself like one more level of ceiling. I don't know that that's worth it. I'm debating it right now. It would be a lot to carve out. It would be, but like then again, like some of this stuff looks ugly anyway, so I'd probably carve it out. You know what? Let's do it. Let's commit. Let's just commit. We'll carve out so we have a ceiling of 5. Actually, I think half of them are like 6, half of them are 5. But we won't be too lazy. Like we're doing so much. It doesn't really lend well for us to be lazy at this point. It's not like this is a difficult thing. It's like super mind-numbing. I just have to sit here and hit my Y button enough times until I have a carved out area. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, actually, I kind of need that as a wall. I just realized. And then we'll try to keep this structure as much as possible as a square or rectangle, whatever this is. So we'll keep that. I don't want to fill this area with concrete. I kind of hate the concrete. Oh, what's going on with that? I see. Okay. Yeah, I kind of hate the concrete blocks, even though I use them in the Science Institute. I just find they look so ugly. We might as well clear this. 2. Riveting gameplay. But we're making progress, right? We actually have laid down the first set of tracks from the first station, and we're nearly connecting 2 of them. Like that's a huge feat. And if we figure out this station and it goes well, the rest are going to be easier. This is genuinely the most annoying to figure out because of how weird the station itself is. Let's not worry about carving away too much of this side. We don't need to yet. Let's just focus on the ceiling parts. Maybe we get rid of some of that, but let's just do the important part first, right? Giving us a height of 5. Height of 5. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put glass here. We're gonna put glass here. You know, because I have so much of the concrete, we might as well lay some of it down, and then we can replace it. When I say lay some of it down, I just mean replace this stuff here for now so that we have the ability to do what I need. Clear it, clear it, clear it. Let's give ourselves a height of 5, at the very least. Okay, and then we'll try to think about like how we want this station to look, but we'll first get the tracks into it. I guess I could get the tracks into it now. I don't have to keep clearing this, but this is an annoying thing I want to just get done now. We know where the tracks are going to go into. They're going to go into that wall. But before we get to that point, we are just going to make some small cosmetic changes for ourselves. I'm going to keep this pillar for now because that appears to be where the end of this building naturally rests. So I'll keep it for the reference, but I'll get rid of the rest for now. Almost done. Yeah, so like I said, we'll keep that. I'll get rid of this now. Oh, I love that. I'm lazy. Give me a salad. Okay. Just keep swimming. It's almost 10. So we do have to end stream soon. I think I'm going to try to get the tracks into this area before we end stream. And at least, like, plan an idea for how I want this to work. Or at least, like, put the little station area down. And let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff, too. This kind of looks like the edge, but it's also a little awkward. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, so this side to my left definitely lines up with the edge there. I might as well get rid of this then. That's going to be the edge. Like, this does not need to stay here. We're not going to do too much more than this. This is just enough so that we can visualize what's going on here. Okay. So now we need to get our train tracks funneled into this area. Where are they going to land? They're going to line up with this. So I guess they're going to line up here. We can put that down now. Hold on. Put this here and this here, and then extend this out. Because it will technically line up right here. So what I'll do is I will put 2 tracks here for now. Like that. No, not like that. Okay, we'll do 1 for now, and then we'll put the other one in after. I need them to start going up. That's the challenge. How many blocks up do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, 5. We counted that already. And then how many across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it has to go straight for a little bit. And we're gonna have to put more asphalt down. Actually, this should be gravel when I think about it. This should really be gravel. Okay, this should be gravel. Let's graveler this away, just to save a little bit of time. Oh god. Okay, I'll give my... No. No camouflage. I'll give myself a little bit of a railing for these tracks. So we'll say 4 out, because I made a mistake, and I'm going to work with it. Okay, so this will almost be like a little launch pad, if you want to think about it like that. What we can do is this. And we might as well do this. And I will drop gravel here for now so that I can see it. So, okay, so the tracks are pretty much going to go all the way here. We have to do something that's a little annoying now. There isn't a way around it, though. What block do I have a lot of? I think Skyland Cliff. Okay. So if I don't want these to have, like, blocks under them. I just want them to go straight up. But the only way you can do that is by placing the blocks and then deleting them. So if we do this, we're going to just quietly make this, like, staircase of a block and then funnel the tracks through. And then we'll delete all this stuff. Aha! So unless we make a little bit of a runway, we're going to keep running into this problem. And I should have had foresight to do this first. Now I've just made extra work for myself. Let's say they come down from here. We still need the whole staircase thing, so they're going to come down from here, which means I'm going to need this. Oh god, my bad. I'm going to need this. Then we go down and out, down and out, down and out, down and out. So we're going to end up with like a little bit of a runway of mysterious stones to make this work. Okay, so let's just get rid of all this stuff now, and then make that runway of mysterious stones. I don't mind a slight runway. I don't know how far out I want it to go, so I'll just put down an entire one for now. I really should have had the foresight to know that this would go up too quickly, but whatever. I'm tired. We had a full work day. Full day in the office, you know? Sometimes your brain ain't braining. We had a whole day of being in the office. And it's almost bedtime. And I'm hungry. And I'm not drinking my Arizona. What is wrong with me? I have like the primest of prime drinks. And I'm just not drinking. Zap. 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 Zap, zap. Okay. So I wanted to give myself a railing. So I don't have a lot of mysterious stone left, which sucks. Let's see how far we can go. I guess that might be the decision of, you know, how far we actually make this go. How much I have left. Okay. So we should be able to do what we need to do now, right? It goes down one more. And then if I just, for now, place this and this. Okay. So we will delete a bunch of this very soon, but let's just go ahead and mark down these train tracks before anything. This is all going to get removed. I see what I've done now as well. Okay, I want it to go straight down, so we'll have to go there. And we should have like 4, I think, free. That will kind of give us enough verticality. Because this is 1, 2, 3. I didn't hit the glass. Yes, this should be fine. Let's go ahead and just do one at a time. One track at a time. Okay. And we'll come over here. Easy. I find laying the tracks is like really not a problem. It's just the tunneling. And trying to just think through everything logistically as you go. I've been homesick all day and my brain still isn't printing. I hope you feel better, dude. Sucks to be sick. I haven't been sick in a long time, now that I think about it. I say that and I'm going to end up like deathly sick now. Oh, what is... What? These train tracks are so annoying sometimes. Easy to fix though. Why 2 tracks? Because 1 track is not ambitious enough. We must have more. Okay, so really I just like to have 2 because if people come and visit my Skylands, we can both kind of go on a track independently of each other. But one side I'd like to put my own like carts down, and I like the Pokemon using the other one. But it also just looks like more functional if you have more than 1 track, in my opinion. I built my Rocky Ridges with 2 tracks, and so I'm going to do that here too. It doesn't take that much more to accommodate it either. You just really have to, you know, make basically like max of like 2 more blocks. But I don't know. I just like it. So when we get to the other tracks, though, you're gonna find that they're not all this close together. It's just this one's coming from Celadon, and given the fact that this dojo area is so much tighter, they're gonna be tight tracks. But all the other areas have more than enough space to accommodate even a space between. So I can show you that in practice right... Where's Silphco? Silphco's over here. So I can show you in the Silphco side, we're more than going to be able to accommodate this. So under the stairs that I haven't finished for Silphco, I decided to build an extra like lower level. Kind of like how the Golden Gate Bridge has like a lower level for the train tracks. So does Silphco, the staircase. This one's going to be extra complicated, but you'll see on this right side, there's 3 tiles across, which means a track can go here and here with a layer in the middle. And also on this side, a track can go here and here with a layer in the middle. The idea is these tracks are going to go into the Silphco station, and from the Silphco station through the same tunneling network I build to get into there, we're going to reuse it to come out to then go across to the other stations. Very ambitious. I've done something a little crazier in the ridges with like a system like that, so I know we can get it done. There's the train tracks. We have to delete some of the tiles here because I don't particularly like it. I think straight down is the best way. I don't know how much of the runway I want to keep either. I kind of don't like that it goes that far, but I really just wanted to see some of the view as you come down. At least a glimpse into it, so here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and delete all this Skyland cliff rock now. And then we'll just take a little pan out and see how it looks. I mean, it's still going to have that jaggediness because of how the tracks just naturally settle. But it's better than having the blocks too. Better than having the blocks too. And really, like, the last thing we're going to end up doing here... Well, that's not true. One of the last things we're going to do before we can, like, confidently just go anywhere else we want to after Skylands is we're going to enclose a lot of this bottom area. I built it really messy when I was terraforming with the intention that I would always come back and clean it up by terraforming it a bit more. But I was saying for like the last 200 hours, before we can do that, I want to know exactly where the train tracks are going to be so that I can terraform in a way that doesn't obscure the potential views. So like this part of it won't kind of be as enclosed as maybe the back part, if that makes sense. It's going to be a lot easier to see that stuff whenever I get around to encasing things, but that may take a little bit of time. Now what I want to do is kind of create like, you know, weird looking shape here, just to make it look a bit more interesting, like that. Doesn't do a whole lot, but hey. We can possibly terraform a layer under this too, just to make it look less stimpy. So I'll just do that quickly. I will just do this. Okay. And we'll go 3. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, it's fine. We'll leave it for now. I would like to have slope blocks, like slope roofs, to create hills. Yeah, that would be cool. Why must Metallica smelting furnaces be so expensive? They are. Are they? I don't know how they are. Okay, let's pan out and just get a quick look of this. It doesn't look like amazing, I'll be honest, but I think when you travel through it, it'll look pretty cool. And we can totally encase the back portion a lot more so that this area can remain free. But connection point 1 is done. We actually got that done on stream. That's incredible. I don't know that we're going to have a lot of time to keep going on stream, but a huge thing we need to figure out now is how do we want this all to look on the inside? I have an idea, but I don't know that I love my idea. But a saving grace here is we can extend whatever area this becomes. You know what? We also need to figure out where these tracks are going to go into. So I can extend out a little bit. I don't have to follow this wall that's kind of naturally here, right? But how much space would I have if I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this might be a good spot to start splitting the tracks then. But if I have 7, I want this to be the middle. And so just so I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to carve out a 3x3 spot and leave a middle block. Like that. And we will just put a track down on each side. So the tracks will start to split from this station, basically. I think my plan is to like have a waiting area consume this portion, because there isn't really another place for it, plus the elevator is right here. We can get rid of this too. We'll encase the elevator in something aesthetic later. That's 4 tiles, so we don't need... We can get rid of a lot of this roof too. We got some things to think about for sure, but even just connecting to this station was like a huge milestone done. Okay, I guess we can get rid of this too. So there is something here already we can possibly work with. I feel like I should have let the tracks come out a lot earlier in retrospect so that you could see more of this bottom area, because this potentially could be like one of the only places where you get access to the bottom area, which sucks a bit. So I'll decide on that later, though it is likely that I do that. I guess it would, well, okay, so the downside is like we'd have to extend this path out more and that would look uglier in all fairness. So maybe not. Maybe this is kind of the limit of what we do. We have to do a tremendous amount of terraforming on the inside still. I'd love to see it encased in mysterious stone if possible. That would look so nice. But that's something for another time. We don't have to do that now. Now we need to figure out more about what's going on here. Okay, so let's eat some of this. And how are we going to connect these? Let's try to connect one track at a time. That's not too bad. And once we do this, we can start to build around what's going on here. So like this. That's fine. And then we'll lay some gravel down. Do I still have some gravel? I do. Okay, and then 3. Okay. So now we have a better idea of where the tracks themselves are going to live. And this is kind of perfect. Okay. So any of that concrete I have, how much do I have rather? 43 pieces? It's not really a lot. I don't know what kind of aesthetic I want to go in here. So for now, I'll just do everything with Skyland rock. And we're not doing things in a way that even makes sense right now. We're just throwing down blocks. I'll leave that exposed. This will kind of be a wall area later. But doing this just lets me visualize more so that when I do kind of put pen to paper here, I'll have a better idea of what's going on and what space I need to carve out here. This has to move for sure, but I don't want you to be able to get into the tracks from this wall. I think I know that. If anything, these probably like sit here on whatever edge we make. And then you kind of walk up from the elevator and you see them. I think. Or they could come close to the elevator, I don't know. But I like that the tracks have a runway naturally, one on each side this way. How much space do we need to build a waiting area is the question. Well, needless to say, this will have to go because we need to walk out directly, and I always want a minimum of 2 to walk in. I don't know that I have to close this, though. This is kind of cool to just leave open, don't you think? Then you kind of just see it as you come down here. I do really like that. Okay. I think it has to get extended out a little bit, but I just don't have, like, mysterious stone on me anymore, which is the problem. So is it possible for me to just work with this? Can I? If this is the wall and I want 2, like, this would still be 2. Like, this still works. This still works. Okay, let's try something. Let's put 3 down, like this. We'll just do this for now. I think I will carve... Oh, this is mysterious stone that I can steal. I'd like the ceiling to be the same throughout this underside. So this is the ceiling. Let's throw sky rock up here for now. And then we can just carve away some of this mysterious stone. Let's get it out of here. And we want to carve a relatively equal waiting area, but equal on... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Where's it going? I'm not really thinking too much right now, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm just going. I know I have to get rid of some of this, so I'm getting rid of some of this. This side is actually a quite natural staircase access point. Oh, this is actually not that hard to do. So I know I want this free for a staircase. And if this is going to be a staircase, it's going to connect to right here. So that we can have a path on the side. So let's try to mark that down by, so this way I know I want a path. I will put this away for now. And this will somehow get us upstairs. So I will have to build like a whole staircase. There's already a natural path here to this dojo area, but I'll figure out a staircase for this too. This area will be kind of closed off a little bit with a wall, maybe some glass so you can see inside. But you can come down here. I'll make a door that lets you get into the tracks. Maybe you can kind of walk on this side of it. Or I guess against the wall. And you can get onto the subway tracks. I don't know how that's feasibly going to work yet. Maybe there's like a stop here. No, that's too tight. We have to think about it more, for sure. But there is something that I am kind of starting to envision here a little bit. What I'll do temporarily is just close up this wall. Like that. Oh. then we can make it look pretty and everything later, but before that is even possible, we will surely need a wall of some sorts. I'll also just close this off for now, because this is not really going to matter at all. And we'll just make it an equal wall for now. Okay. And we can terraform like the edges a bit more to accommodate this wall better. Actually, you know, a simple solution is just to close this area out. And I'll close it a bit better for now. Let's go up one, and I guess we'll just do this. We can replace it all later and make it look pretty, but for now I'm just trying to make things a bit equal. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. That looks kind of natural, aside from the mismatch. But this now looks like a solid tunnel into this area. It's a bit light on this side, which I don't love. And we can fix that if I just move over the staircase by 1. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. We're going to move it over by 1. And what that means is we just carve out an additional path here. Have you ever had a Pokemon just refuse to move into a habitat? Yes, I have. Mostly fire types when I try to move them into a water area. I don't think I've even spawned Caesar yet, so I can't tell you for sure what he likes and doesn't like. But I've definitely had it with fire types, trying to move them into areas near water. I'm sure you're already intimately aware, but like, you know, you also need to have a certain amount of furniture down. But I'm sure you know that. So that's going to be a wall. I guess, what am I doing here? Maybe it's a 3-piece staircase. Let's go ahead and throw up more Skyrock here. We'll just go up to the edge. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That looks fine. That looks good. This just looks a bit cleaner now, I think. And staircase will go up here. I'll do that off stream. We could totally put more of those like bus stop little sign things I've been talking about, but this is kind of coming together. I'm going to leave this open because I love this view. This is an amazing view. You get to like wait for the train at. No idea how I'm going to build the waiting area itself. Besides the fact that I want a door here, I don't see how it like actually lets you use this. That's a trick. How can... Like, I can make it so, like, you can get onto this tracks, in theory. I'm just trying to make it so you don't have to cross the tracks. I know there's no reason I have to do that, because, like, it doesn't matter. I'm walking over them now. But I would like to make this side semi-traversable as well. Just don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to do that yet. Do I dig to the next stop at this point and just stop trying to come up with these solutions for now? Maybe. Let's fill this in too. Yeah, let's fill this in. Okay, very simple. We can do the rest of the Mysterious Stone up here. Yeah, that's good. That's ugly. I don't have a lot of it, but I'll try to do very small, subtle things that I know look decent where I can. That's fine, but this is ugly. We could also connect this right here and then just kind of come back up here and do this and do this and do this and then this. We're fussing about minor details right now that we don't need to fuss about. What I now at least am aware of is a staircase, the elevator access to the dojo that we have to fix. And I'm still trying to think about how to make this walkable or usable. So I'm a little nervous to do too much right now. How? You know what I could do that's kind of an interesting idea? I could have like an underground staircase that gets you underground here to get to this side of the stop. And then we already see a natural path for you to get to this side. So maybe like right over here instead of a door. I guess a door could be here, and then instead of a door we can have a walkway, and then the only weird thing is the staircase. We don't want to block it. But I guess I could carve out to the left more, even, and have the staircase kind of come down that way. Okay, so hypothetically, if I was going to do that, I think you'd want to come out here. That's like semi-symmetrical, so hold on. A minimum 3, so we'll just say 5. Please don't be the bottom. Yes. Oh, maybe I get more mysterious stone out of this too. We're gonna do some math. How far am I traveling? How many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Let's see. Actually, there's a way better way to do this. I know this is the edge, just for a second I'll humor myself and make a decision point. So we need to go 5 down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I just punch straight, they should be fully connected if I can do that. Look at that, they're fully connected. So this will be a staircase just to get you to the other side of the station. We figured that problem out. Amazing. Do this too. I think we... Oh, okay, I see a problem though. I shouldn't have deleted that, because I'm not going to get rid of that layer. Instead, I should have dug deeper down. Let's just put Skyland Rock back up there. You know, waste some time because we were a little hasty. Okay. Let's do that, and then we'll dig down 2 more levels. Oh, that's the bottom of the map. No way. Oh, okay. Well, that's the limit then. Oh, that's so funny. We're really pushing this place to the limits, eh? How much mysterious stone do I have now? 51. It's not going to be enough to decorate the inside area, but eventually I'd like to encase this in mysterious stone. So now, how do I get a staircase to properly go down? If I can't dig deeper down, this is a little bit of a problem. Oh, we can dig deeper down. We just have to carve more of this area out. I see. Okay. That's fine. We can deal with all this. This isn't a big problem. It's not like we really committed to building anything here yet anyways. We'll get rid of what we can. Would this now be enough for me to go down? Like, what if I boom and down? So I basically dug 4 more out, right? Yeah, so let's try to do the same over here. 4 more. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think I might have to push out the outer perimeter of this area a little bit to accommodate what I'm about to do, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have to do that. But we'll worry about that after. We'll probably push it back by, like... I don't even know. Oh, well, hey, we're gonna have to push it back anyways, because now that I see this, if you remember that train station we made over there that was like 20 or 18 across, we're gonna need one in here too. So we're inevitably going to have to dig out that way before we can even start making the tunnel for the tracks. So this whole area is just going to get a bit wider. I don't know by how much yet. It'll be kind of long. But there you go. So there you go. You just keep pushing and you get some ideas. I think I maybe even need to push back more. Because how many do I have free above my head from this point? I think I would have 3. Which means when I get under it, I should be okay. It just looks so tight. Feels like I'm not going to have enough clearing. And the only way to get more clearing is to push that out, but we kind of need to know how far because we need to push out this way too. And we do have a fair bit of space, so what we can probably do is extend both sides here, and that will make the staircase more easy to kind of connect this area anyways. But it's 10:30, so unfortunately for you guys, I'm going to have to continue this adventure on my own because I do have to end the stream now. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to wrap up stream in like 15 minutes, and I'll just sit here with you guys and talk for a little bit in the little bit of time I have left here. But give me a second. I'm going to go grab something. I'll be right back, I promise. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm back. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna wrap up stream in a second here, but I'll just hang out with you guys for a little bit and talk. So if you guys have any questions for me at all, feel free to ask. I'll give you guys, if you don't have any questions, I'll yap on my own. I'm a professional yapper. Technically, my job is yapping, but I'm not gonna tell you what my job is. Anyways. So just so you have an idea, and I'm just going to look around while I talk, just so you have an idea of what's coming for content, you can get a little spoiler here. Tomorrow, my Withered Wastelands video is going up, the first tour of the Wastelands. After that, you're getting the island tour with the channel update. In the channel update, like the first 15 minutes of the island tour video is just me talking about what I'm going to do with the channel. That's coming Thursday. Next week, I'm doing a little mini series, just recapping what we did on the 16 hours of streaming last weekend. So the stage and stuff. So that will kind of come out slowly. But in terms of like the type of content we're going to keep doing here on streams, I'm just looking around. We're going to continue doing my Skylands till I feel like I'm at a point where we can leave it. But once I get to that point, the content is going to switch up a little bit. Instead of me just working on Skylands, I'm going to work on all the islands. We're going to go back. And how we're going to go back is you guys on stream every like 2 weeks or so are going to vote. I'll put up like a Discord vote, a YouTube vote, and a stream vote. I'll probably tally all of them up, but I might prioritize the stream vote. I haven't decided yet. And you guys are going to decide, for the next 2 weeks or however long I decide to make the periods, which one of my islands do you want me to continue building, right? They're all pretty developed. So you'll tell me. The Cloud Island will be amongst the variables later. I have to do a little bit of work on it privately before I push it out to you guys. And I realized, like, me just asking you plainly, hey, like, what area do you want me to build isn't that helpful for you because like, there's just so many options. So in one of these streams coming up soon, whenever I get Skylands a bit more done, I think we're going to go through and survey all of my islands together on a pretty long stream. And I'm going to build a literal checklist of all the things I know I want to do in them. And I'll probably put that out on Discord so everyone can see it. And so when I ask you guys, hey, what island do you want me to build for the next 2 weeks? You'll have like a list of the projects you can check on Discord. And that might help like influence your decision of what you pick, right? Cloud Islands will add some variables to that too. Occasionally, I'm not going to let you guys vote, and I'm just going to say, hey, we're going to work on the Cloud Island for this 2-week stretch, if I feel inspired or what have you. But so that'll be one thing. We're going to continue the island tours. I will continue to make update videos on the island tours as we progress, referencing that project list. Let's say we get like 2 or 3 big things done, or like 5 or 6 little things. That will kind of be like a milestone for me to go in and say, okay, it's time to do another island tour video to give you guys an update. So it'll kind of progress as like a day 1 versus day 30 type of feel, but obviously more laid out. A bunch of other stuff we're going to do too. I already talked about the community cloud islands, but I'd like to do like Poco visit days. I'd like to do a bunch of other stuff. More details are going to kind of be in that announcement video. When do you plan on releasing the link to the server and or cloud island code? The link to the Discord server is coming on Thursday with the channel update video. I think I have a scheduled post alongside it as well. I have to tweak the Discord a little bit because I'm not super confident in the permissions yet. So I'll just make a little bit of changes. That's why I'm not giving it to you right now. So that'll come Thursday. I should have enough time to make a couple changes tomorrow ahead of it. And the Cloud Island is not going to come out Thursday. We're going to keep working on Skylands for a little bit more before I push out the... I just realized my stream still says BRB on the left side. I don't know what you guys are hearing right now. There's no way it's still Be Right Back. I have the right scene selected, right? Yeah. This is confusing me. Anyways. I'm not going to push out the Cloud Island right away because we still have a lot to do in Skylands. But just as soon as I get it to a point with like bare bones infrastructure down for you guys and a couple of things I've been thinking about, that's when I will do it. Maybe I even build a little bit of it on stream with you. But so far I've just really been talking about like Sunday streams, which are going to continue these island tours. Monday streams are going to be ultra casual. Sometimes we'll do Pokopia stuff. Like if I feel like I've still got a lot to do in the Skylands or whatever area, then I'll just work on that a little bit on stream, Cloud Island included. But I see the Monday content just being a free space for me to do whatever I want, really. If the Sunday stuff is you guys telling me what to do, then the Monday stream is me doing what I want to do. So I might play other games. In the immediate future, I see Pokopia being the consistent focus. But later, you know, especially when Elden Ring drops, I'll probably play that on like the Monday streams. I have a video game backlog of like 60 or 70 games right now, so I have to try to clear that too. And I think it might be a good excuse for me to just play those on Mondays to finally get through them. Ultra casual, just a super chill spot to come and hang out and just yap about whatever you want with me. But those Sunday streams are going to be heavily Pokopia focused. But more details coming Thursday. Just giving you guys like a little snippet there. I'm just curious, you know, for those of you in chat right now, if you were to pick one of my islands, you haven't seen Withered Wastelands yet, that's tomorrow, but if you were to pick one of my islands for me to work on next after the Skylands, you guys like have an idea of what you think would be the most interesting? I think I have the most to do in Bleak Beach, but my Withered Wastelands, I have some pretty solid ideas. And I've also got a little bit of ideas left for Rocky Ridges. And obviously we have to kind of go back and perfect it all and make things pretty. But I do still have to kind of go back through and look at making that checklist, right? Since Caesar is refusing to move into the Forge, I'm making a training area for him. Probably going to put Typhlosion in the Forge. That's not a bad idea. Bleak Beach, please. Oh, God. I have so many things I have to figure out for Bleak Beach still. But I am excited to go back now that the power restriction isn't going to cripple me. I can legitimately finish some things in there. I think I've like put it in the back of my head for such a long time because of that power restriction. But now I have double electricity, so some cool things could happen. Some cool things could happen. I gotta fix a bunch of stuff in Bleak Beach too. Interesting though. I'll put out a better feeler closer to when we're ready to do it. But I wouldn't mind Bleak Beach. I kind of want to wait a little bit for Bleak Beach because if we get the underwater kind of power up in August, like that's going to make my life a lot easier in Bleak Beach. Tremendously easier, in fact. But I guess we'll have to see. I just have to see. We're in June right now, right? We're near the end of June. We're probably going to keep doing Skylands for at least 2 more weeks. I don't think it's going to take me much more effort to build the train system, but we're not done on the Skylands when the train system's done, right? We still have the underside terraforming I talked about a lot today that you're seeing around me. We still have to put this cityscape, the downtown area down as well and build that. And I swear there's like a bunch of things I still have like planned that I haven't started in here. Rehousing all the Pokemon, making a big park. There's still stuff going on here. There's still stuff going on here. I'm curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. Let's just go. I'll end stream in a second here, but let me go count how long the outdoor area in front of Celadon is, and I'll just like quickly mark out a path to do the same in here. Also, random thought, but maybe you could do a stream sometime where we all just come over with star pieces and get the gift items from your Pokemon. Yeah, for sure. Also, feel free to bring some for the island tour. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. Like, it'll be an open Cloud Island. I'm gonna try to like actively back it up periodically because I know there are some bad actors. But like the Cloud Island's not necessarily just for me. I want it to be a place where I come into and like you guys have built some insanity and I just have no idea it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, okay, so this one looks to be minimum 20. So what we'll try to do is just dig out 20 spaces in front of us, and that will be kind of where we end the stream. I wish I could have built a third floating city, but the prefabs ran out. There is actually a way for me to do it. It would just mean I have to destroy the stage prefab, which I'm not really keen on doing, but it's technically possible. I don't know that I need to, though. Like, I haven't even populated this floating city area, and like all the bigger houses have no Pokemon in them, so I don't need to do that. I just want to. It was a cool idea that I'm pretty happy with, but I know my limits. Okay, let's just dig 20-ish out that way. I don't need exactly 20 because we already have 5. So maybe I'll do like 16. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This side now. We did it on. Okay, we did it here. 2, 3. I'll read the chat in a second. I just have to count. What is this, 4? 6. 10. 14. 15. 16. And we'll just go the other way so that we see the end of it later. Did I not count properly? Uh-oh. Oh, I did. Okay. I will graveler clear the path out now. Oh, that's joyous. I mean, your main islands, we can't take star pieces to Cloud Islands. True. Yeah, whatever you guys want. Like, I don't mind. Maybe I even, like, eventually do, like, I just bring one of you into... Oh, God! One of you... Oops. One of you into one of my main islands, and you guys can just see it for yourselves, because, you know, as much as you see on stream, and even what I can show on an island tour, like, you really can't see everything. Or else, like, the videos would be, like, hours long. Especially Skylands, like, I feel like I've done so much already, and also nothing at the same time. I really don't need to collect all these blocks. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna have to visit the Yeet Station offline soon. I should carve out the roof to this area. It's 5 tall, right? I want to check that before I end stream too. I just want to see how tall the thing over there is. I think it's 3 tall. Maybe 4. So it should fit within the 5. We're just asking since I have 3 star pieces with no use. Fair enough. Oh, you deleted the message. I read it though. Ha 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 ha. So technically this is 5 up. Right? Because like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is on the 5th layer. But this is low, so it should still lend to the... Like, it'll look a little tight, but it should be fine. 2 star pieces with no use, I see. I see. I think it'll fit. I just am a little paranoid now, but we're gonna do a little trick. This is 2, so here's what we'll do. We'll go up twice. This is number 5. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. I might as well just hollow this out before I go. Famous last words. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just gravel her straight ahead, and then I should land on the ground in a second here. Yep. We'll do the same. Well, actually, we don't have to be as careful now. We just carve out the back parts. And then I should have the incision part there, so that's the edge. And we'll just keep going a little bit, little. Get this out too, and this. Okay. Get all this sucked up. Actually, before that, let's clear the top, or this middle part. And then we'll at least see what we're working with. It is tempting me to raise the ceiling to 6, though, like the other stops. Just so whatever we build isn't so, like, tight. But at the same time, I don't know that I need to do that. Like, it's just a lot of extra effort for a little gain. I think what will help me decide is I'll build it and then just see how I feel about how tight it is. I guess we have the train tracks here too, so we don't need this anymore. Time check, 37. Yeah, we gotta go very soon. Very soon. I'm gonna just do what I'm doing here. And then I may just carve something small as well. Okay. So we know the train tracks are going to be down the middle. I guess I can make gravel the floor as well. That will help me here. Okay, so let's do that too. Oops. Just lay some gravel down. All the way we go. And then I'll just make myself a little door here. This will be the tunnel itself. Maybe it should be up. Oh, I messed up. Maybe it should go up 4. I messed up. There you go. This is now enticing me to keep it to 5. So we'll see what happens, I guess. I'll just push in 3 times for now. And this will, effectively, this is where the tunnel's going to go to get into this area. Just putting it down for now. You know what we'll do as the final send-off here after I dig out 3? I'm just going to take a quick trip on the Rocky Ridge subway system. And that's how we'll end stream. It's been a really long time since I've driven down it, so it'll be kind of cool to see again. It might actually help me just ideate some of the other stuff I want to do in this spot. I still haven't drank any of my Arizona. What am I doing? Okay. So we still have to extend this out, right? A little bit, so that we have enough walkway to access everything, not only on this side, but also on this side. We've got to push out a bit. That's going to depend on the stairs. I think it's just like one more pushback, really. But you guys can kind of see this coming together a little bit. Like, imagine there's a waiting area on this side, as well as one here. I think it'll look quite nice. OMG, I just made the cutest training dummy design. I'm serious. I will take you guys into a little Rocky Ridge subway system, and then we'll end stream. That's how we'll do things today. I don't know that I actually like sit there and go. I guess I do go through all of it on the subway video for Ridges. I'll do it on stream now. Why not? I want to go through it because it's been a while, and again because it will help me put some other ideas together for the Skyland system. Now that I think about it, like I guess I didn't really ever finish the Rocky Ridge subway system. Like there's a it's connected, it works, but the stops themselves can benefit from a lot of terraforming. So let's go to the first station over here, and I guess we'll take it so that we go to the museum last, basically. What's up, dude? Oh, I forgot I asked for bricks, thanks. Okay. I missed it. Here it is. I don't remember where I put the train itself. If I go this way, we're going to the museum first, so we'll go this way. Actually, no, let's end at this station. Let's go towards the museum. Here we go. I'm still working on names, but I kind of consider this one to be Rocky Ridge Station because this is the only ridge left in my Rocky Ridges. But this one can actually all the way to Flame Altar. So we'll take a nice little trip here. These tunnels were annoying to make. You'll see that like exterior design I've heavily used here. And then from here we go to museum. It stretches pretty far though, I will say. This is our museum station. Access to the underground cyberpunk area that way, and the sewer system. This is the actual stop itself. This is going to take you into something a little trippy. It's the lava area. But I funneled tracks like on top of each other here, so it looks a bit crazy. I think this is the stop up here, which I still have to do a lot in here. Like I want to make this an area Pokemon can live in too, and make it traversable for myself, but I haven't. From here, it's going to pull us into the city center stop, and I kind of want to fix the tracks there a little bit. But you're going to see very soon here, like the whole tracks on tracks thing coming up. Right here, actually, below me. This one was a lot of effort. And I do think I have to push back this stop a little bit because it's kind of weird right here. But this is the city center stop. And it comes back out through that lava area to get you into the hot spring station, which I haven't connected. You'll see. I'll show you when we get there. Tracks on tracks on tracks. So this is going to take us out to the hot spring area right here. And I haven't built a bridge to actually get to the hot springs yet, so I have to do that. I'm going to make like a path through the wall to get there, but I just haven't gone around to it. This takes you to the underground station, which most of our Skyland stops are going to look like. This one here. Most of our Skyland stops will look like this. Undecided on the flooring to use, but like this is the feel we're going for. Pan around here while I'm still here. There are my cards, by the way. Might as well take these. This should put us back to, I think, where we started now. Yeah, it's going to take us right back to where we started. This one was kind of a pain as well. You'll see, though, as we've progressed through them all, like, the insides are not, like, pretty, really, at all. There's a lot of work we have to do to the interiors to really make it come together. That's definitely going to be one of the items on our list for Rocky Ridges. Now, since we're here, I guess I can think about some other areas too. Oh man, I gotta go to bed. You know, I've done a lot in Rocky Ridges where it is pretty hard for me to come up with things I need to do still. Like, I've got that sewer system in the cyberpunk area that's still pretty untouched. I'd like to make some kind of a park in the middle of this area. I'd like to actually move Pokemon into these houses that are otherwise empty. Maybe decorate around the gate, although I kind of like the gates in this area. I might not touch them. To figure out, you know, some type of things to put around here. I don't know if these prefabs are going to stay here. I just kind of put them down because I didn't really have a lot of prefabs in this area. I don't hate them, but I don't know that they're going to stay here. I built like a secret entrance to the sewer system up that way too that I have to flesh out still. I have to restore the museum. Oh my god, that's a huge thing, right? Restore the museum, that's going to be a big thing. I keep forgetting about. Maybe fix up the city center station a little bit, you know, beyond just the tracks themselves. I'd like to develop this entire area more, and I've had like the baby fossil Pokemon chilling here for now, but I want to turn this into like an area that makes sense for baby Pokemon, but also kind of doubles as an additional level to the berry farm, so that I have one on top and on the bottom. But I'm also just thinking about like maybe not housing them here and moving them out to, you know, Bleak Beach or even the Skylands to also just have more spaces for berry crush. Like I don't have to have all the berry crushing in here. The version of it I already have in this area is crazy. I can show you that too. So if you come into the museum station, this building here, these are, by the way, like the only square bushes I have. I'm going to leave them here forever. But if you come into this station, we went through it together already, but I pointed out quickly that there's like this thing here. Do you have the Kids concert stage and Moonlight statue set up somewhere with habitats for Pokemon to fit in the build? If not, that's an idea. I'll show you the stage. I do have a stage. I'll show you that soon. But if you come down here, you actually get into the sewer system I started working on. There's still a lot of room to expand it, obviously. Like I have this whole area that I hollowed out a long time ago. That took a long time to do, by the way. There is like a secret entranceway through the mountainside that you can get through there that I haven't finished. We just jumped in from there. But it's just kind of like underground sewer area that I'd like to flesh out a bit more. I'll take you to the elevator later. Towards the back of it, there's another way upstairs again, but towards the back of it, I built this like little, I don't know what, power room area. I'm planning on making it so, and there's resource generation in here too, but it's mostly aesthetic. But I'm planning on making these actually power the cyberpunk area below. Pokemon can live in there too. It's fully a house. The cyberpunk area in question, though, I have to do a lot of work on still. I don't really have like an inspo for it yet. I've just put things down temporarily, but I'm not really like motivated to do much. The idea though is like this will be like a lookout on top that you can't access the bottom from. Maybe like I'll put staircases up. The elevator does go down one more level. But yeah, like I have to do a lot of work here. I've got my like super berry farm in here. I've got these like little onsen style houses where the berry crush Pokemon are doing their thing. And it's pretty self-sufficient. Like I don't really have to tell them to make paint anymore. They just do it, which is really awesome. Every time I come here, there's more paint waiting for me. Like look at this, I'm just picking it up. Don't even tell them to do anything. It's great. I could tell them to do things though, like these guys are wasting time. There is like a whole upstairs area I built for the homes here for Tyranitar and the Geodude line that connect to each other. And then behind me is an area I've just marked down for now. I'd like this to be like an even bigger home on its own that I decorate and stuff. I don't know what that's going to look like. I think there's a lot of room to build like really small kind of houses under this side over here too, and like a market. Like Golem has trade, so I should definitely build at least one trading post down here. That's Steelix's habitat. But there's a lot of things we could add here. I do like this area a lot, but I just haven't fleshed it out at all. Besides that, like there's not that much more to do in my Rocky Ridges, I say, but there also is like a lot to do. So we just go back up. We just go back up here. Oh, the stage, right? I'll show you the stage. take you this way so you can at least see that, like, mountainside secret entrance that I haven't finished. I've only built the path and the elevator to get there, but I haven't really made the area itself accessible otherwise. Ah, my foot, my ankle. It goes pretty deep. So originally I wanted this to be like a whole big room with like a hidden elevator, but I haven't gotten that far yet. For now, it's just this like massive cave thing that I terraformed with an access point right above the museum. This just came out of me trying to redefine the edges of what I had carved out initially. But I thought it was a cool idea to make a way to get down there. I just haven't fleshed it out, like I said. So stage area, let me show you that. Let's go over to the stage. I'm very happy with my Rocky Ridges overall, though. Like, I genuinely think it turned out pretty great. Small things aside. There's also that hidden grotto I haven't touched yet. I'm not talking about Sablei's hidden grotto. Oh! Sableye actually came out. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Dude. How's it going, bud? What's up? So he lives in the cave. Technically, this is his habitat too. Sometimes I make him move there depending on how much I want to see him, but he technically lives in here. Not in the tent. Like, I think his habitat is actually just right there. Yeah. So Sablei's digs, but the stage. Let me show you the stage. This is the first and only stage I've set up besides the one you saw in Skylands. But I just dug it in the most appropriate spot. Right back here, right beside the restaurant. This is it. I tried to do, and this one's more of like a concert kind of venue where you have like stairs around the outer perimeters. I did think about doing the stage trick you saw that we did in the Skylands one together. Thought about doing that here too, and I still might. Imagine just a hidden prefab home back here. I'm just noticing this stage is not purple. This one's black, isn't it? Hold on. There's no way. Oh, it is purple. I'm just I'm just crazy. But one thing I was hoping to do in our Skyland stage that I did here is I have a wireless transmitter that actually activates the entire thing. I thought this was really cool. But for some reason, the transmitters just weren't transmitting properly. So I couldn't do this as well. The compromise was that I can, burn things and turn it on when I want to. But this is more awesome, I think. You just easily, right? But yeah, I probably want to do the stage prefab trick as well in the back. You'll see underground there's already a home, and Chat.'s home is right up here. But this is the stage I have here. I even have an underground home in this area. So this area here. I think when I first put it there, I was like, I can put groupies down here for the band. I just didn't take it too far, but I do like this stage. It turned out pretty good. I think there's a couple of things I could do to improve it. But I like that it's like so close to this like mini version of what we essentially kind of upgraded and improved in the Skylands. Yeah. Also, fun fact, Pokopia has made me like Ditto and Smirgle way more than I used to. Context, I did this grid thing with my favorites every time in every region. There are more types. I think everybody likes Smirgle, Tangrowth, Chef Dente, all those Pokemon more since Pokopia. They've even like pushed out so much Ditto merchandise, just following it all. But anyways, it is about time for me to go. Thank you everyone for attending this last minute stream. You're gonna see in the announcement on Thursday, but I will not forever. I will going forward be streaming every Sundays at 12 Eastern. That is what I'm committing to. And I also will be streaming Mondays at 8 Eastern. The Monday streams are going to be a lot shorter, 2 hours or 3 like this one. And the Sunday streams will be 4+ hours. So it'll be 4 hours and I'll go as long as I want to past that. Every now and then I might say 3 hours. It'll just depend on my own personal commitments. Hi, B. Hello, everyone. Are you enjoying the game so far? Very much so. You kind of missed most of our streams so far, unfortunately for you. But very much enjoying the game. I hope you are too. I don't know how I'm ever going to stop playing Pokopia. Like, I know there's like a limit to the Pokemon. I know that there's only so much terraforming I can do. But like, can you ever really finish an area? Yeah, there's probably an objective point where you reach where you're just done. But then can't you just live in the area? Just come in here for fun to see your Pokemon? And then there's DLC. Like, there's just so much to do in this game. Anyways, I realized that there's only 2 points in the Skylands map that truly let me see everything. The top of Silphco lets me, but also my house conveniently, you can kind of see everything. Right, I can see Silphco in the second floating city. I can see the edge, the very edge of that cliffside back there in Celadon. I can see the stage and the restaurant. I can see the Rocky Ridge Gate. I can see the beach luxury condo. I can see the Leaf prefab community, the giant tree, the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, this is one of the few spots where you can actually see everything. It's kind of nice. Unintentional, too. But now's my time to go. Right, each area is so huge. Oh, man, you've no idea. Skylands, I think, is a lot bigger than most people realize now that I've connected it and I've actually, like, sat around in it. I think Cloud Islands are still, and Pallet Town are still marginally bigger. Not marginally, they're definitely bigger, but Skylands is, like, massive. You don't feel it because it's all, like, little separate floating islands that are not connected to each other, right? But anyways, I really do have to make my farewell now. So thank you everyone that attended the stream today. If you want to keep popping onto these streams, absolutely. You know, Sundays at 12, Mondays at 8, I will be here. And I will hopefully see you guys soon. Video tomorrow, video Thursday, and a couple things coming next week. But Thursday video, channel update. I'll try to be a lot more clear about some things I want to do. Already recorded and scheduled the videos, so you'll see that soon. But I think this is where I take my leave. Hope you all have a great night. How do I end stream here? There it is.